trees will be worth. City of Shelton utility customers just need to place bare Christmas trees out in their regular pickup area by Monday, January 4th. Jason Dose from the City of Shelton talked with Daybreak about the tree recycling for the county, too.
The county's doing it as well, so for anyone out in the county that isn't on our utility pickup, or if you just can't wait to get rid of that tree after the holidays, the transfer station will be taking bare trees up there on Nels Hill. They'll take them for free, whole month of January.
The city also wants to remind residents that the week of New Year's, December 28th through January 1st, is the trash week. You're asked to have your containers out by 6 a.m. on your regular pickup day and place them at least 3 feet apart from one another. Is it time to look at wage comparisons? There have been multiple requests from Mason County elected officials to the Mason County Commission to conduct a review of the current salaries as compared to salaries of like positions in other like counties, including Lewis, Grays Harbor, Cowlitz, and Clallam counties. The current commission could call for community support to form a citizens advisory board to look at like counties' compensation by job description and compare, analyze, and report the discrepancies. While that hasn't been done yet, the commission is currently in the process of setting policy to correct past issues with individual employee reclassification and pay adjustments. The true meaning of community was recently demonstrated in the form of a check. A $2,000 grant was given by Community Services Chair Debbie McCart to Graduation Matters Representative Stacey Anderson. The money presented came from Oysterfest dollars. Graduation Matters Shelton is a grassroots effort aimed at engaging the entire community on the importance of continuing the improvement of the graduation rates of youth in the Shelton School District. The program is aimed at inspiring, empowering, and preparing youth of diverse backgrounds for graduation and beyond. A Tumwater man was rescued in the woods thanks to man's best friend. The homeless man, who owns a red Australian cattle dog named Buddy, was stuck in the woods and was unable to stand up. Buddy headed out for help and was dropped off at the animal shelter in Olympia. When Buddy's owner didn't show up, staff went looking for him and found the 60-year-old man at a homeless camp needing medical attention. Animal Services is taking care of Buddy until his owner is released from the hospital. Back in 2013, Buddy saved his owner as well. The man sent Buddy out with a note attached to his collar that he needed help. A woman walking her dog found it. I'm Mary Lynn Foster, your local news at AM 1030 and FM 103.3, and always on KMAS.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Your significant other says, we've got to redo the kitchen, and you break out into a cold sweat?
Well, don't worry. It's a common condition, something we call needless remodeling anxiety. And we've got the cure. Heck, we are the cure. Hi, I'm Tom Kreitler.
And I'm Leslie Segretti. Whether you do it yourself or direct it yourself, we can help you keep your project on track and on budget.
So join us this weekend for the Money Pit Home Improvement Radio Show.
Saturdays at 10, Sundays at 7 on KMAS News Radio.
Hi, I'm Ken Slater, the Roof Doctor. If you're like me, your family's important, so make sure that they're well taken care of. One of the best ways to do that is to provide a safe and warm home to live in. For over 50 years, the Roof Doctor has been helping families stay safe and warm by building roofs that last for generations. Our teams have some of the most experienced roofers in the area, and we only use the highest quality materials.
One NFL star returns, and another may be done for the year. Hello, everyone. Dave Packer reporting on sports. Big night for the New England Patriots Sunday featured the return of tight end Rob Gronkowski and a dominating 27-6 victory. Gronk, who had missed the previous 2 games with a knee injury, made his presence felt.
Brady under center from the 1. Taps the center Stewart. Brady takes the snap. Short drop. A lob. A fake for Gronkowski. Left side. He comes down with it. Touchdown, Patriots.
Bob Sochi on the call for WBZ 98.5. Gronkowski had 4 catches for 87 yards and that touchdown Sunday. With the win, the 11-2 Patriots clinched a playoff berth. Johnny Manziel led the Cleveland Browns to a victory in his return to the starting quarterback role. The Jacksonville Jaguars crushed the Indianapolis Colts 51-16. Carolina continued their undefeated season with a 38-0 shutout of the Atlanta Falcons. And the Green Bay Packers beat the Dallas Cowboys 28-7. Another playoff-bound team didn't have quite the same luck. The Cincinnati Bengals may have lost quarterback Andy Dalton for the season. ESPN reports Dalton's fractured thumb could keep him out at least until the playoffs. Second-year QB A.J. McCarron took over for him Afterward, McCarron vowed to work hard to lead the Bengals in Dalton's absence.
I will work my tail off this week. Finally, being able to get some reps and being able to run the offense all week. And, I will do whatever I need to do to not let them down.
In NBA action Sunday, Miami held off the Memphis Grizzlies 98-97. The Oklahoma City Thunder and Phoenix Suns both won Sunday, while the Philadelphia 76ers lost again in Toronto to fall to 1-24. On the ice, Patrick Kane registered a point for the 26th consecutive game. His Chicago Blackhawks won 4-0. The New York Islanders won by the same score, while the Colorado Avalanche defeated the St. Louis Blues 3-1. Dave Packer, ABC Sports.
Well, you're a pro.
Yes.
For Newsradio 1030 KMAS Shelton, FM 103.3, and of course we are on video and audio this morning on KMAS.com. I want to look at the screen, but with camera, Dale camera. Always camera. 10 past 6, it's a Monday morning, day before winter.
Day before winter.
I like that. I waited all
Yikes.
All right. Seahawks clinched a playoff berth yesterday with their 30-13 win over the Cleveland Browns. Russell Wilson continues his record pace, throwing 3 touchdown passes, 2 to Doug Baldwin. Seahawks, Doug Baldwin now is with Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
In now. So 19 touchdown passes, no interceptions, although I will say he dodged a bullet late in the game yesterday. He threw an errant pass that bounced off of the defender in the end zone. Should have been picked and didn't get picked, and he smiled after that. So, woo! So they don't think about individual stats, but anyway, very nice win for Seattle yesterday. By the way, their 4th straight appearance in the playoffs, and they're 9-5. This is their 5th win in a row. They've won 7 of their last 8, and thanks to losses this week by Tampa Bay and the New York Giants, who came this close to coming back and smacking down
wasn't that something?
Carolina.
That was a close one.
It really was. Seattle is now has wrapped up their postseason berth. Whether they're a 5 seed or a 6th seed still remains to be sorted out. Wilson, 21 of 30 for 249 yards, found Baldwin on TDs of 6 and 3 yards in the first half, hit Tyler Lockett on a beauty, a 27-yard strike on the first play of the fourth quarter. The first quarterback with 3 or more TD passes, no interceptions, 5 straight games ever in the history of the National Football League. Johnny Manziel. Barnage for the first drive of the game, and that was the only touchdown for the Cleveland Browns. Thankfully, I was going, defense sucks, and Cam Chancellor was out, and I thought,
yeah,
because I have a tendency to go, and but only just 2 field goals after that, and so things all's well in Seahawkville here on this Monday morning. Saturday night, Willie Spur scored a pair of goals, including the game-tying goal late in the fourth quarter. Ole Town Artesians.
It was like a reverse flip kick behind him. Oh, my gosh, it was a thing of... It was
bicycle
amazing.
Kick, they call those.
That was exactly what it was.
Boom. And 5-5 draw with the Tacoma Stars reserves.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's a good game.
Artesians forward Jake Sanford recorded a goal and an assist in front of a loud and boisterous home opener crowd at the pavilion at the Evergreen State College. Ole Town moved to 1-2-1 now with the draw, while the Stars are 2-2-1 in the whistle. The Artesians now get a break for the holidays, but we'll be right back at it on Saturday, January 2nd, 2016.
That's right.
When they host Sporting Everett FC at that very same pavilion you were all at Saturday night. Tickets are available by going to oletownfc.com, and I'm supposing...
I forgot my scarf. I got a new scarf.
Did you get your scarf, your Ole Town Artesian scarf? You saw one on the interweb, and you said, I got to get one of those. So you did.
I did.
And by the way, on January 2nd of 2016, Jeff will return, and his role as Guy Smiley, spokesperson for the public address announcer.
We had a good time. I got the crowd going.
Get the crown, and it was full.
Santa did the ceremonial
Were there
first
Tacoma
kick.
Stars fans too, or
yeah,
quite a few follow them around, don't they? And then a good supporting crowd for the Ole Town.
And then during halftime, youth soccer, if they're there, they can go out on the pitch, kick around for halftime.
Yeah,
there's a ton of kids out there too. So there's a lot of fun having New Year. We're gonna have a New Year's party, countdown, and all that good stuff.
Are you?
The 2nd.
Okay. Well, that's good stuff. That is very good stuff. Jeff and I are back in action again at the Mini Dome tonight. More high school basketball than you can shake a stick at.
Yeah.
Shelton girls against the North Mason Lady Bulldogs. That's going to be a good one. Little cross-county rivalry going. Tip-off set for 7 p.m., and we'll be there on KMAS.com. Live video coverage for you, and the live stream begins, as we say, just before 7. You can find the video on KMAS.com or from our Facebook page, and that is sports this time around. Jeff, weather, please tell us. It's going to be a great traveling week this week.
Well, let's see here.
Although it's pouring this morning.
Yeah, likely to see about 3/4 of an inch of rain today. High right around 40, and that's kind of where it is. We've got a wintry mix in effect and happening for the next couple of hours. 1/4 inch tomorrow. Wednesday, if you're going to be traveling, could be good. Rain-wise, very little on Thursday as well. So you may luck out, but this weekend comes back and we've got more rain. More rain for sure. 40.
It's Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio. Join the guys as they talk with neighbors, newsmakers, and each other, getting your day off to the absolute best possible start in the history of mornings. Connect with Jeff and Dale through the KMAS listener line, by email or Facebook. Now, from the southernmost tide pool of Puget Sound, Daybreak with Jeff and Dale.
All right, good morning to you. Monday here, the 21st of December. As Dale mentioned, winter begins tomorrow.
And we do have Monday Night Football on the radio for everybody tonight. If you're on the radio side, we'll have primetime NFL action beginning about 4:45.
That's right.
In New Orleans, and the Jets. Two teams going nowhere fast.
Yeah, except for on our radio.
I think the Jets are still in the bubble. They could still make the playoffs.
There's a lot of teams that are still in the bubble. It's amazing.
Well, you got that right. By the way, we have to let you know that you and I and all of our listeners are in the middle of the 8 days of Christmas giveaway.
You got that right.
Man, we've got stuff stacking up like nobody's business. So we have gift certificates aplenty. Ascend Roofing, 2nd Street Design Studio, the LC3, Brown's Garage, couple of more just stepped up to the plate over the weekend. We'll give you those folks here in just a little while, all with lots of goodies to give away all this week while we're here, but now through Thursday.
Yeah.
And we're giving it away. We're just going to throw it out the door. So you guys just get ready to get set to call in at 462-1041. I get this guy comes up to me about every week and says, man, you guys never give your phone number out.
Oh.
So I wrote it in big block letters and put it on my card and said,
here's your sign.
360-462-1041 studio line. Get your dial-in digits limbered up, kids, because we've got goodies to give away. We'll do it this hour, next hour, and the hour after that.
6:18 here at KMAS Westwood. Yes. We have not just, but we have Brian LaFlame at 8:15 and Lynn Longan at 8:40.
Okay.
And then throughout the rest of the week, it's kind of, people will drop in to say hello and well wish, things like that.
We bring us stuff to eat.
Hopefully. Speaking of, I brought
some more gummies, man.
I tell you, I brought them on.
Got a magic touch.
What day was that? Did we do that?
Friday night. Friday.
We did the game?
Yeah.
So we have orange, strawberry, and blue raspberry gummies today. We had a party last night at the house, and the kids came over, and the adults came over, and the adults liked these more than the kids did.
Well, go figure. Kids, that's an acquired taste.
Are we doing?
Sure. If they,
Hi, KMAS. Who are we talking to?
Hey, this is Greg.
Hey, Greg. How you doing?
How you doing, Greg?
Doing pretty good. Hey, we just heard your guys' number announced on the radio station this morning, and I thought I'd give it a call, make sure
it's working. You've got the right number. And just for being so proactive this morning, Greg, we're going to give you a gift certificate to. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Well, the LC3 have $10 gift certificates for their food, and they make delicious food up there. You can go up there on their steak night or whatever and get $10 off on some delicious food at the LC3. If you'll hang on, Greg, we'll get your last name, and that certificate, by the way, be sitting down here for you.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, you too. Have a good week. Thank you.
Hold on.
Hang on, though. Don't go away.
All right.
Okay.
You're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio.
Pros with NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Week 15 in the NFL action featured the usual thrills, including the Panthers remaining perfect despite a late surge by the G-Men. Carolina was able to keep its emotions in check to edge the G-Men 38-35. Cam Newton became the first player in NFL history to throw for 5 touchdowns, run for 100 yards, but his performance was overshadowed by Josh Norman against Odell Beckham Jr. getting physical with each other throughout the game. Meanwhile, the Steelers came alive in the second half against Denver, down 27-13. Their defense shut down the Broncos' offense, while Pittsburgh's O racked up 21 unanswered points to win 34-27. The Cardinals rolled over the Eagles 40-17. Rookie David Johnson was the Cards' workhorse, rushing for 187 yards and 3 scores. With the W, Arizona clinched the NFC West crown. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Check into cash. The cash you need today is waiting for you at checkintocash.com. We make it quick and easy to get the money you need when you need it. Visit checkintocash.com today to apply for an online payday advance up to $700. It only takes 5 minutes to apply, and you can get extra cash in as little as 24 hours. Go to checkintocash.com to get started.
You don't have to be a retail giant or government agency to be the victim of a costly data breach. If you run a website and collect customer data, your small to mid-sized business is just as likely to be targeted by hackers. The Barracuda web application making this WAF a must-have for your SMB. Reclaim your network. Try a Barracuda web app firewall risk-free at barracuda.com/WAF.
Christmas is a time for enjoying friends and family, for spreading cheer and goodwill. For LC3, it's also a time to send warmest wishes to the special people who they number among their friends and customers. Best wishes from LC3.
Greetings of the season from the folks at the Economic Development Council of Mason County. They wish you the joys of Christmas and prosperity throughout the new year. Again,
best wishes and happy holidays from the EDC.
Whether you're adding layers or going for a drastic new look, 2nd Street Design Studio has the best style Mason County for the past 6 years. 2nd Street Design Studio wants you to look your best. They offer a range of services from treatments and coloring to bridal and formal styling, as well as manicures, waxing, and more. Make sure to stop in and check out their products and gift shop specials. Check them out online at secondstreetdesignstudio.com or on Facebook.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
To begin, let me say I look forward to our brief encounter.
Me too.
The search for great value led me to you. When I mix and match, great value will be mine. And to that you say...
What would you like?
Yes!
Now, don't just get value at McDonald's, own it. Get 2 of your favorite tastes for just $5 on the new McPick 2 menu, like the sausage McMuffin with egg and a strawberry banana smoothie. Value is back at McDonald's. Own it. Prices and participation may vary. Price of single item posted on menu board. You answered all your emails by noon. Get a freshly prepared Egg McMuffin. Actually left work on time? Then get yourself a savory sausage McMuffin with egg. You saw the weirdest midnight movie. Well, get a delicious sausage burrito. With McDonald's all-day breakfast menu, you can get delectable breakfast tastes anytime. Egg McMuffin, hotcakes and sausage and more. It's time to start enjoying the breakfast you love whenever you want. Just listen to a radio commercial? Get some golden hash browns. McDonald's all-day breakfast menu varies by location.
Hi, this is Eric Mall with Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics. You're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on Newsradio KMAS.
All right, good morning to you. 6:24 on a Monday morning, short week here for many here, and hopefully you'll
non-week for some
get some chance. Non-week.
Although I like the week between Christmas and New Year's to kick back and do stuff, but a lot of people take this week prior to Christmas because they still got shopping and wrapping
to do,
and a lot of traveling starts today and goes on through for the next 3 days. People beating the clock to get to Grandma's house.
That's right.
Or wherever they're heading out to. Now, there has been a missing noskier in the backcountry of Snoqualmie. This is a tough deal here. They halted their search for a missing skier near Snoqualmie Pass yesterday. This nightfall came. About 30 people looking for 43-year-old Monty Busby of Maple Valley. Experienced skier, usually has a backpack with avalanche survival gear in it. So we're hoping for the best. There's extreme high avalanche conditions on all the passes. If you looked at any news at all over the weekend, you just see blizzards coming down, and the snow totals are measuring in the feet, not inches. 1 to 2 feet of snow just about every day up in the mountains. So this is a crazy time for skiers and snowboarders, but you go into those backcountries and you can get caught up in something like that. So they hope to resume the search today if avalanche conditions allow. So a tough story there. 43-year-old Monty Busby of Maple Valley missing.
City of Tacoma seeking public comment on a plan for a plant to turn natural gas into methanol for export to China. The News Trib reports 2 public meetings will be held early next year on the 21st and then the 16th of February. Northwest Innovation hopes to create up to 20,000 metric tons of methanol per day and employ 1,000 people. Tacoma Project is one of 3 the company is proposing in the Pac Northwest.
All right, from the nation's most polluted nuclear weapons production site, now the nation's newest national park.
Okay.
Thousands of people expected next year to tour. Yes, folks, the Hanford Nuclear Reservation, home of the world's first full-size nuclear reactor near Richland, home of the Bombers, 200 miles east of Seattle, located in beautiful South Central Washington.
Just 200 miles east as a crow fly.
Yeah, that's a little bit off.
That sounds very off.
It's off.
I mean,
it's not way off, but I think it's 50 or 60 or maybe even 100, almost 100 miles off, I think. Anyways,
why would they start it with that, though? The nation's most polluted.
I don't know.
Is now the newest park. Like, who's going to want to go there now?
Yeah.
I would go look at this place. I wonder if you have time limits. Like, you're only allowed to be on site for so long.
I don't. When you start glowing, you got to leave.
That's when they know. I'd go to this. I'd go see how this all
absolutely.
works. Why not?
Yes. Yeah. No, because it is,
very historical. People who love
the first nuclear reactor in the country, in the world.
World War II fans, this is all part of it. May not be the prettiest part of, not that war is pretty, but you know what I mean? Like, This is where they built
a
this thing.
fascinating science kind of a thing, and so they wouldn't change the status if it wasn't safe.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Washington wildlife officials approved a recreational razor clam dig, Copalis Beach, over the holiday. As I mentioned, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, marine toxin tests showed the clams are safe to eat. Now, all other Washington beaches do still remain closed to recreational.
Copalis open? Is that what
Copalis Beach is going to be open over the holiday.
All right, very good. I did have the pleasure of actually clam digging on a Christmas Day or Christmas Eve one time. It was really cool. Yeah, just a completely bizarre and different way of doing the holidays.
Speaking
but I
of,
was in a bizarre and different place in my life at that time.
Christmas Day programming during Daybreak, ABC News Radio presents 2015 As It Happened, a retrospective of some of the top stories over the year, and that will happen this Friday from 6 to 9 right here on KMAS.
You're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio.
Local news is brought to you by Shelton Health and Rehabilitation Center. Find them online at sheltonhealthandrehab.com.
You're listening to KMAS News Radio. I'm Marilyn Foster. This week, Christmas week, is Recycle Week, and the City of Shelton collectors will pick up on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Bare Christmas trees will be picked up beginning the week of January 4th. City of Shelton utility customers just need to place bare Christmas trees out in their regular pickup area by Monday, January.
Talk to anyone out in the county that isn't on our utility pickup, or if you just can't wait to get rid of that tree after the holidays, the transfer station will be taking bare trees up there on Nels Hill. They'll take them for free the whole month of January.
The city also wants to remind residents that the week of New Year's, December 28th through January 1st, is a trash week. You're asked to have your containers out by 6 a.m. on your regular pickup day and place them at least 3 feet apart from one another. Is it time to look at wage comparisons? There have been multiple requests from Mason County elected officials to the Mason County Commission to conduct a review of the current salaries as compared to salaries of like positions in other like counties, including Lewis, Grays Harbor, Cowlitz, and Clallam counties. The current commission could call for community support to form a citizens advisory board to look at like counties' compensation by job description and compare, analyze, and report the discrepancies. While that hasn't been done yet, the commission is currently in the process of setting policy to correct past issues with individual employee reclassification and pay adjustments. The true meaning of community was recently demonstrated in the form of a check. A $2,000 grant was given by Community Services Chair Debbie McCart to Graduation Matters Representative Stacey Anderson. The money presented came from Oyster Fest dollars. Graduation Matters Shelton is a grassroots effort aimed at engaging the entire community on the importance of continuing the improvement of the graduation rates of youth in the Shelton School District. The program is aimed at inspiring, empowering, and preparing youth of diverse backgrounds for graduation and beyond. A Tumwater man was rescued in the woods thanks to man's best friend. The homeless man, who owns a red Australian cattle dog named Buddy, was stuck in the woods and was unable to stand up. Buddy headed out for help and was dropped off at the animal shelter in Olympia. When Buddy's owner didn't show up, staff went looking for him. Animal Services is taking care of Buddy until his owner is released from the hospital. Back in 2013, Buddy saved his owner as well. The man sent Buddy out with a note attached to his collar that he needed help. A woman walking her dog found it. I'm Mary Lynn Foster, your local news at AM 1030 and FM 103.3, and always on KMAS.com.
'Tis the season to give, and Whitney Chevrolet wants to give you the best value for your trade. This is Doug Sample from Whitney Chevrolet, and we want to give you what you're looking for. If it's not on our lot, we can pull from our other lots. Whitney Chevrolet wants you to have the best value and the best price. It's all about giving this year. So give Whitney Chevrolet a call or stop by our lot, whitneychev.com.
A $150 negotiable document fee may be added to the price of all vehicles.
Just down the road to Whitney's.
Tune in all season long to NFL Preview right here on Westwood One.
Hi, this is Boomer Esiason. Join me and Scott Graham each week as we preview the entire NFL schedule. We'll break down each matchup and tell you what to watch out for so you can be ready for all the NFL action. If you want the most comprehensive look inside the National Football League, then you need to tune into NFL Preview right here.
7:30 Sunday morning on AM 1030, FM 103.3, KMAS News Radio.
For News Radio 1030 KMAS Shelton, FM 103.3.
Get a TV in there.
KMAS.com, I should. Why not? As good a driver as I am.
Add a TV.
Add a TV in the front seat and see if I can't do a little multitasking. All right, your Seattle Seahawks.
Yes.
Cincinnati Bengals and Green Bay Packers all punched their ticket to the playoffs yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. Bengals moved closer to winning the AFC North with a win over the Niners. And the Seahawks claimed at least a wild card berth, ripping, as they say. Cleveland 30-13. Packers beat Oakland 30-20 to stay on top of the NFC North, but they wrapped up a playoff slot when the Giants lost to the unbeaten Carolina Panthers 38-35. Did you hear about this game?
Which one?
The Carolina Panthers.
Oh, yeah, we were.
And the New York Giants.
Well, the first thing is I was surprised that it wasn't. Now, I know you're not a huge Carolina fan in any sense of the imagination, but I am surprised that they have not flexed them into more primetime games because of this undefeated thing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even the early game on our TV.
No.
So Jeremy, he picked the Giants.
Yeah, he was spot on with a minute left.
He was monitoring the updates. We couldn't watch it, but he was monitoring the updates, and whoa. Of course, Giants, they've done it before.
Oh, yeah. They knock off undefeated. They knocked off an undefeated team earlier this year.
They beat the Patriots.
Yes.
Michael Strahan was on the team then. They beat the Patriots in the 19-0
I think they beat the Patriots
season.
this year when Patriots started out like 11-0 or something this year, didn't they? 10-0? They were one of the 4 teams that was undefeated for a while.
Yeah.
So Giants are giant killers. They love to do this sort of stuff. But this was one of those tips. And if Carolina falls during the regular season, maybe even in the playoffs, which, by the way, the talking heads have Seattle bumping off Carolina in the second round of the playoffs.
That'd be exciting. Yeah.
That's what the prognosticators are saying right now. Anyway.
Where at? In Carolina.
In Carolina. Yeah, the game's got to be there. So Carolina jumped out to 28-0 and 28-7 lead, something along those lines. And then got out to 35-6, bizarre. And then Giants go on a 20 unaffed at 30, and it was at 35 all. And so they had a shot, but Carolina got 48 yards from the field, from the goalpost, kicked the 48-yard field goal as time expired in regulation and win the game 38-35. It was a pretty amazing comeback by the Giants, falling just a fraction short. Had Carolina missed that field goal, the Giants would have probably had the momentum for the overtime slot. Would have been interesting. Anyway.
Amazing.
Yeah, pretty amazing stuff. So anyway, the Redskins and the Houston Texans have sole possession of first place in their respective divisions. Kind of strange. And I bring it up because it looks right now like the Washington Redskins will be the Seahawks' first opponent in the playoffs. They beat Buffalo 35-25. But they didn't take over first place until the Cardinals crushed the Eagles. They did. Man. All right, so that's the latest in the NFL for you here this morning. And Jeff Scott, the weather forecast, a little damp out there this morning.
Yeah, rainy for sure, and could also mix in with a wee bit of slushy rain, if you will. 40 currently and near an inch of rain throughout the rest of the day. Quarter inch tomorrow. Clear skies on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's your Christmas day. Back to some rain on Saturday, a half inch, and actually it doesn't look too bad as we move towards the end of the year next week.
It's Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio. Join the guys as they talk with neighbors, newsmakers, and each other, getting your day off to the absolute best possible start in the history of mornings. Connect with Jeff and Dale through the KMAS listener line, by email or Facebook. Now, from the artesian waters of South Puget Sound, Daybreak with Jeff and Dale.
6:39 here at KMAS and KMAS.com.
Oh, man. Yes, indeed. It's the 8 days of Christmas giveaway, and we're halfway through. We've only got 4 days left.
That's right.
So if it's been raining a bit, is it safe to say we've had a little rain the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
I would say that.
Would that be a safe statement?
Yeah.
Some of you may have noted maybe a small leak in your house.
What the worst time to have a leak in your house.
And now you've got buckets or you've got stains on your ceiling and you're going, this isn't good.
I've got people coming over in a week and
yeah.
Now my house looks like this.
So how about a $60 gift certificate to go towards a roof repair? How's that sound? Ascend Roofing has a $60 gift certificate right now. If you haven't won on our 8 days of Christmas, 360-462-1041. 462-1041. Give us a call this morning. Get a $60 gift certificate towards roof repair or roof replacement. You may want the whole thing done, but they'll come out and check it out for you and fix you up and give you $60 credit this morning if you want to give a call in to the station during our 8 days of Christmas giveaway.
Excellent. I
Crazy
like that.
times.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
6:41 here at KMAS and KMAS.com. There was a movie open over the weekend.
I went, Jeff.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
I kept thinking there's something I'm supposed to tell him, something I did this weekend.
All sorts of music ready and... no, you didn't.
Yes.
So I'm like the only one now that has not seen this movie.
I didn't expect to go until like February.
Right.
Jerry and I just, all of a sudden, we looked at each other Saturday and went,
let's go.
Let's give it a shot. Let's go to the 4 o'clock.
It's interesting you bring this up before you get to your story, and I can't wait for this review. But that's what I'm hearing from people, is that everybody just assumes that it's... Now, it made $1 billion.
Yeah.
But everybody assumes that it's sold out, but it is not. So you can go see this movie, Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh, man.
So, where are we at in it? We heard a review from Lene on Friday.
I'll tell you what. The Star Wars: The Force Awakens, good movie. It was a good movie.
Okay.
It was a good Star Wars movie. You won't be disappointed. And, I think I expressed concern about it being a drummed out, same old or something. It was enough familiarity to link the earliest ones to the newest one, but they're introducing new characters that you grow attached to, new robots and old robots and new people and old people. And it was just really well done. Well plotted, and they leave a little there at the end for you for the next one. It was good. It was a good movie. Definitely a good movie.
We popped on the Force, A New Hope. That's Star Wars 4. That's the original from '77. Popped it on the other day, and man, the only thing that I have against these movies are the additional CGI that Lucas put in the 90s.
Yeah.
That's my only beef. But watching them again, and so we just had them on, because you can play them even with Kaiser around, whatever. There's no bad words. It's just sci-fi fantasy. And they're so good. That first one is good. Now, you did probably not rewatch any of them before you went and saw.
No.
So as soon as you see the opening credits, you see the Star Wars and the whatever the music is, and then you're like, okay, I know. And so when you see a character, Leia, Princess Leia's in it, General or whatever now.
Right.
Do you flash back to everything that you knew about Princess Leia moving into that one?
No, you're caught up in this storyline.
Really? It's that good?
Yeah. So it is Princess Leia, but it's a different stage in her life.
Now I'm gonna have to go see it. I'm excited.
Yeah. I will say Harrison Ford and Chewbacca, for my money, stole the show.
Really?
I loved their interaction.
Because that's an old guy doing stuff.
And so I mean, that was my favorite part of it. But I mean, everybody's got their favorites. The show stands on its own. You don't have to ever seen any of them before to not enjoy what happened here.
Awesome.
But you do want to see the next one now. So I think it's a home run. I think it certainly has accomplished what it set out to do. Enjoyed the movie, and then want to see the next one. And that's probably the two things they wanted to get out of this thing.
Well, you were part of an estimated $238 million domestically, worldwide already at over $500 million, $517 million bucks.
Yeah.
Other than the note we heard on Friday that maybe the kids that grew up with the latest trilogy may not. So did you see a difference there? Do you see the latest?
I never
ones?
saw any of the second three.
The new ones?
No.
Those are pretty good. I mean, they're not.
So I don't even know what those storylines were, or.
Well, it was all just how the Empire became. And you start to watch these, and then you kind of get caught up in what's going on. And if the Jedi, so we're going back to Phantom Menace, back from 1999, Episode 1, and everything was hunky dory, and the Jedi seemed to be in power, but even the Jedi themselves realized that there has to be a 50-50 between the light side and the dark side. So for them not to realize that something was they're like, whoa, we've had a pretty good run here.
Yeah.
For them not to realize something was going to happen, that's a little clouded judgment.
A little bit of a stretch, right?
In Yoda,
right.
In my brain. But other than that, it's encouraging that you went and saw it and you liked it.
Yeah. No, it was.
How are the special effects?
Special effects were outstanding.
Too computery or not? Or
not very computery at all.
You couldn't tell?
No. I mean, yeah, you have to, but I mean the jet or whatever they are, the aircraft fight scenes and all that is a little fast for me. I didn't quite be able to keep up with it all, but it was pretty remarkable special effects. The bar scene, the old bar where all the weird things, they went back and spent a pretty good amount of time.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I need to go home.
You're listening to Daybreak
I gotta go home.
Jeff and
Can you do the
Dale
rest
on
of the show?
KMAS News Radio.
Managing rabies on a national scale is very complicated. Hi, I'm Jody Henke. The USDA is vaccinating wildlife on the ground by taking flight in the air as you're living the country life.
Living the country life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic and from previous shows by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com. We'll return to the show after these messages.
If your chicken coop is nicer than your garage, then you may have a passion for poultry. We are looking for some innovative, creative coops just like yours. Enter our Creative Coop Photo Contest brought to you by Cargill Nutrena Today. 3 lucky coop owners will each receive a free Cargill Nutrena Nature-Wise all-flock feed. There are many ways to enter. You can enter up to 5 photos online at livingthecountrylife.com/Creative Coop Contest or hashtag your Coop Photo Creative Coop Contest on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, or find us on our Facebook page at Living the Country Life. View our website to browse entries and get ideas for your own poultry palace at livingthecountrylife.com/Creative Coop Contest. No purchase necessary. Contest ends at 8:59 p.m. Central Time on December 31st, 2015. Subject to official rules at livingthecountrylife.com/Creative Coop. Void where prohibited. Sponsor Meredith Corporation. Enter your coop photos today at livingthecountrylife.com/Creative Coop Contest.
Rabies is a deadly disease for animals and humans and is most predominant on the East Coast, where raccoons and other wildlife live in close proximity to people. For the past 20 years, the USDA has been dropping rabies vaccination packets from airplanes to cut down on the spread of the disease. The focus is in 13 eastern states and Texas. Jordana Kirby is the USDA's rabies field coordinator. She says the vaccination baits look like restaurant ketchup packets.
We distribute them in large geographic areas over rural forested landscapes by fixed-wing aircraft. And so a large focus of that is along the Appalachian Mountains. We're able to distribute millions of baits in a fairly reasonable amount of time, and we fly at a very low altitude to ensure that the baits are hitting the ground as accurately as possible.
The baits have a very pungent smell. One type is coated with fish oil and fish crumbles, so raccoons and other wild animals can easily detect them. The other is a sweet-smelling vanilla-based attractant. Kirby says research has shown that after the baits have been distributed in the forest, wild animals will typically find them within 2 to 3 days.
They're designed in that once an animal actually bites into one of these packets, they will get the vaccine on the back of their oral cavity or on the back of their throat. And once it hits the back of their throat, they become orally vaccinated at that point.
Within a couple of months after the bait drop, Kirby says field biologists capture raccoons and skunks, collect a blood sample, and determine if the animal has developed an immune response. If it has, it will be considered vaccinated for the rest of its life. Learn more about the national effort to fight rabies at livingthecountrylife.com. I'll see you in the country.
Living the country life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic, share your tips, and post photos by visiting us online.
Green Diamond Resource Company has been on the landscape for over 120 years here in Mason County, growing and nurturing our working forests. These forests provide the best of all worlds: clean air and water, protection for fish and wildlife, areas for hunting, fishing, and other recreation, all while growing essential wood products from lumber to paper to renewable energy. At Green Diamond, stewardship is one of our core values and our business. We're proud of our role in keeping Mason County and Washington green. Taylor Shellfish is a proud sponsor of the Environmentally Sound program. For 5 generations, the Taylor family's been stewards of a healthy and prosperous Puget Sound. In partnership with nature, Taylor Shellfish brings you the freshest, most sustainable shellfish you'll ever eat. Visit their store at 136 Southeast Lynch Road. Open daily from 10 to 6, and they're online at TaylorShellfishFarms.com.
Hi, this is Hindu, Dave Henderson from the Seattle Mariners. You're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio.
How did Hindu get here?
Hindu, what time?
Yeah, how did he do that? Sitting here listening to Jeff and Dale.
He's good.
It's pretty awesome.
Well, Saturday night, much like everyone, we missed the debate. There was a big debate on Saturday night. We had it on the radio.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what? Mess. Why would it be on the Saturday? First off, Saturday night, any Saturday night.
Right.
You're looking to put forth an alternative message to the, okay, so I read 65 million people have seen one part or an entirety of the GOP debates during the season. 65 million.
Okay, all right.
It's like maybe 20 for the 2 or 3 Democrat debates, whatever they've had. So they're trying to put forth this message, but they put it on Saturday night, 5 o'clock, the week before Christmas.
And, oh, by the way, the opening of Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. The opening of Star Wars.
Yeah.
What a joke. What a mess.
No.
What a mess.
What are you going to do?
I mean, personally, just complain about it. But other than that, not much. Except for stay home. I won't stay home. We got to vote.
We got to vote.
Don't be a fool. You got to vote.
Number 1 song in all the land, 1952, Jeff. Little Jimmy Boyd.
It's not anything that I would have guessed. Little Jimmy
Seasonal
Boyd.
Song.
I
saw Mommy kissing Santa.
Oh.
Number 1 with a bullet, baby. All right.
That's a good one.
Yes, indeed it is a good one.
What was the name of that?
I Saw Mommy.
No, I know the name of that, but who was the person?
Jimmy Boyd.
Poof. I got nothing here. I look up that. Now you know what pops up?
What?
The Ronettes, Jessica Simpson, or the Jackson 5. Those are the top 3. I didn't get any from your guy.
Wow. Yeah, Jimmy Boyd.
Okay.
Also, That's just the musical history notes for you this morning.
That's the only musical history?
Well, pretty much. Tony Bennett was rushed to a hospital for emergency operation on an erupted hernia, and he erupted hernia.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on his way to the White House for a holiday dinner.
Oh.
And, excuse me, Mr. Clinton, I can't. So that was 20 years ago.
What excuse haven't I used?
19.
What are you doing tonight,
How am I
Tony?
going to get out of this?
I got to go to the White House.
Man, I got to. It's not a
96 too, so they just had gotten in.
Yeah, not a not just a ruptured, erupted.
Yikes!
That's bad news bears there. First American maternity clothing factory opened in 1832. The hoop skirt maternity dress. It was quite the fashion statement in all the land. Manufactured in America by Alfred Bloomingdale,
of the same,
whose son went on to establish the high fashion department store that we all know and love.
Huh. The hoop skirt maternity dress.
There it is. Look at that styling. That was in 1832.
I mean, you can go both ways here on this.
So what are you do?
We were looking for at soccer Saturday night. It was so great. There was we were missing our scorekeeper, and she was
pregnant.
She's pregnant, but she didn't show up anyway. So the guys were asking me, "Do you know who the scorekeeper is? Where's the scorekeeper?" I said, "Well, first off, here's what I can tell you. It's a girl. She's pregnant, but don't go around asking all the girls here
if they're pregnant.
Excuse me, you look like you could be the scorekeeper.
Are you the scorekeeper? What do you do? What are you talking about? Oh, never mind.
You gotta go.
First crossword puzzle. Want to venture a guess, or do you got that in front of you?
I have it in front of me.
Okay.
But that's not
1913.
Still have never been able. No, that's not true. The TV guide crossword puzzles I can do pretty good.
Okay, edible.
The New York ones
they're tough. The New York
Very
World
tough.
had the first one. Snow White, Seven Dwarfs, shown for the first time. 1937, it was a full-length cartoon. Man, it was kind of serious too, really, when you think about it. Except
There's
for
some dark.
Hi ho, it's off to work.
Yeah, there's some dark themes about that. You know, they got the witch with the apple.
Yeah,
fallen asleep. George Patton died in 45. He was hit by his Jeep. Wasn't that what it was? Or a general,
he was
a
in
Jeep in the Army. It was
a Jeep accident, and I can't recall at the end. I know he was walking his dogs down the streets of Germany. Dogs.
Yeah, Heidelberg, Germany.
And I can't remember if he got hit by a Jeep coming by or if he was actually, I think he was driving the Jeep. And it went out, and, you know, truth be known, he war hero, war's coming to an end.
In 45, he could do whatever he wanted.
I don't think he wanted life without the juice.
You don't think so?
Of the adrenaline of the war.
He was, they don't make soldiers like that anymore.
No.
At least we don't perceive soldiers like that anymore.
No. They're there.
There are some there.
It's just they're not as outstanding personalities, country's personalities anymore.
The grit, like some dude that stands up in front of a giant flag and rallies the troops.
Yeah. Be cool if we did.
What was the guy's name? George C. Scott? Was he Patton in the movies?
Yes. Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah, he was. Frank Borman, James Lovell Jr., and William Anders. Astronauts, you bet they are. First ones to orbit the moon. 10 orbits in Apollo 8. I'm getting dizzy. I'm going to throw up. Okay, bring it back in.
So we know 10 is the limit.
Bring her in. Back her up. All right. And we'll have more highlights in history and birthdays and what.
I just thought of like when, you know, someone's going to pick you up and you're going to sit in the back seat.
Yeah.
You're supposed to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio.
Stephanie Shelton, CNBC Radio. Stocks opening higher this morning after Friday's huge sell-off. Right now, the Dow's up 118, Nasdaq's up 34, and the S&P 500 up 13. Crude oil continues to fall. It's down close to $1 a barrel this morning. No economic data on the agenda today, leaving Wall Street traders on their own for the start of this shortened holiday week. A big barrier to Staples' efforts to buy Office Depot. Staples says the Federal Trade Commission has rejected its plan to sell more than $1 billion worth of commercial contracts. Staples says it wants to continue negotiations with the feds, which didn't make any counter suggestions. You knew it would, but I'll tell you anyhow. Star Wars shattered box office records over its opening weekend with an estimated $517 million worldwide in ticket sales. It's a global phenomenon for the renewed franchise under Disney. Some people have already seen it 4 times. Stephanie Shelton, CNBC.
When I think of all the great deals I could get at Happy Honda Days, it's like...
I'm a beautiful princess, so I'm in my chariot so I can ride out the ball in style.
Then I hear it's a KBB.com best value brand, and I'm all...
A princess still appreciates a good deal once she gets one.
Joyous deals for every side of you. Hurry into the Happy Honda Days sales event now. Well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% APR on the 2016 Odyssey at your Honda dealer.
Based on 2015 Brand Image Awards from Kelly Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information. See dealer for financing details.
There are no guarantees in love, but there is a guarantee from EH Plus by eHarmony, our new personal matchmaking service. At EH Plus, your own personal matchmaker gets to know you so well, we can guarantee introductions that will be satisfying and exciting. EH Plus goes far beyond regular online dating sites, and that's a guarantee. Visit us at ehplus.com/love or call 1-855-930-LOVE.
KMAS Shelton is now everywhere you are. AM 1030, FM 1033, and online at KMAS.com.
Here's the latest from ABC News. I'm Karen Chase. Some said it looked like a stunt from a movie when a woman drove her car into crowds of pedestrians in the Las Vegas Strip, killing 1, injuring 30, and leaving the rest in shock.
I didn't understand what was going on at first because all of a sudden you just hear this noise and all this chaos.
The driver was arrested and toxicology tests are pending. ABC's Alex Stone has the latest on the investigation.
Police are now relying on the many surveillance cameras on the Las Vegas Strip as they piece together the puzzle of what happened.
She went up off the street onto the sidewalk 2 or possibly 3 times.
Lieutenant Dan McGrath, the anti-terrorism unit, was on scene and quickly ruled it was not a case of terrorism, but police are trying to figure out what motivated the driver to hit the victims. Alex Stone, ABC News.
South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham is calling it a campaign. He's dropping out of the presidential race in the face of low poll numbers. Boys to scare. The scouts were hiking into a cave when they apparently disturbed its hibernation. They used the leader's phone to call for help and built a fire to send a smoke signal to rescuers. Miss Columbia was convinced for about a minute and a half that she had won the Miss Universe pageant until MC Steve Harvey The actual winner was Miss Philippines. Miss They tweeted, "Everything happens for a reason." Pope Francis called on Vatican bureaucrats to show more honesty and humility in his Christmas message to them, which he called a catalog of virtues. He apologized for delivering them sitting down, but said a recent bout with the flu left him unsteady. If you're having a bad day, don't worry. It's the shortest day of the year. It's the winter solstice. It could feel like the longest day of the year for postal carriers. It's the busiest day of the year for them. They'll be processing an estimated 620 million letters and packages. This is ABC News.
Are you noticing your hair thinning? Are you seeing scalp where there used to be hair? Help is here. There's a breakthrough in the science of hair growth. The revolutionary new hands-free Hair Max laser band, designed by Pininfarina. It uses the science of laser light to safely and effectively regrow your hair. It delivers nourishing light energy to your hair follicles to stimulate hair growth right at the roots. Don't think you have the time to deal with hair loss treatments? Think again. The laser band provides the fastest laser treatment for hair loss available. Use it for as little as 90 seconds, 3 times a week, and experience new hair growth with increased density and fullness. It's clinically proven, FDA cleared, and backed with a 5-month money-back guarantee. So, you've got nothing to lose and a whole lot of hair to gain. Order today at hairmax.com. regrow. That's 1-800-973-4769. Or order online at hairmax.com. Again, that's 1-800-973-4769.
President Obama defended his strategy against ISIS in a wide-ranging interview with NPR, offering no apologies for not ramping up the bombing.
If the suggestion is that we kill tens or hundreds of thousands of innocent Syrians and Iraqis, that is not who we are, and that would be a strategy that would have an enormous backlash against the United States. It would be terrible for our national security.
The president also accused Donald Trump of taking advantage of post-recession middle-class anger and frustration.
Particularly blue-collar men have had a lot of trouble in this new economy where they're no longer getting the same bargain that they got when they were going to a factory and able to support their families on a single paycheck.
The advice he'd offer the next president is, it's not as important to shoot as it is to aim. Today is National Game Publisher. Karen Chase, ABC News.
Local news is brought to you by Shelton Health and Rehabilitation Center. Find them online at sheltonhealthandrehab.com.
You're listening to KMAS News Radio. I'm Mary Lynn Foster. This week, Christmas week, is Recycle Week, and the City of Shelton collectors will pick up on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Bare Christmas trees will be picked up beginning the week of January 4th. City of Shelton utility customers just need to place bare Christmas trees out in their regular pickup area by Monday, January 4th. Jason Dose from the City of Shelton talked with Daybreak about the tree recycling for the county, too.
The county's doing it as well, so for anyone out in the county that isn't on our utility pickup, or if you just can't wait to get rid of that tree after the holidays, the transfer station will be taking bare trees up there on Ellis Hill. They'll take them for free, whole month of January.
The city also wants to remind residents that the week of New Year's, December 28th through January 1st, is a trash week. You're asked to have your containers out by 6 a.m. on your regular pickup day and place them at least 3 feet apart from one another. Is it time to look at wage comparisons? There have been multiple requests from Mason County elected officials to the Mason County Commission to conduct a review of the current salaries as compared to salaries of like positions in other like counties, including Lewis, Grays Harbor, Cowlitz, and Clallam counties. The current commission could call for community support to form a citizens advisory board to look at like counties' compensation by job description and compare, analyze, and report the discrepancies. While that hasn't been done yet, the commission is currently in the process of setting policy to correct past issues with individual employee reclassification and pay adjustments. The true meaning of community was recently demonstrated in the form of a check. A $2,000 grant was given by Community Services Chair Debbie McHarg to Graduation Matters Representative Stacey Anderson. The money presented came from Oysterfest dollars. Graduation Matters Shelton is a grassroots effort aimed at engaging the entire community on the importance of continuing the improvement of the graduation rates of youth in the Shelton School District. The program is aimed at inspiring, empowering, and preparing youth of diverse backgrounds for graduation and beyond. A Tumwater man was rescued in the woods thanks to man's best friend. The homeless man, who owns a red Australian cattle dog named Buddy, was stuck in the woods and was unable to stand up. Buddy headed out for help and was dropped off at the animal shelter in Olympia. When Buddy's owner didn't show up, staff went looking for him and found the 60-year-old man at a homeless camp needing medical attention. Animal Services is taking care of Buddy until his owner is released from the hospital. Back in 2013, Buddy saved his owner as well. The man sent Buddy out with a note attached to his collar that he needed help. A woman walking her dog found it. I'm Mary Lynn Foster, your local news at AM 1030 and FM 103.3, and always on KMAS.com.
Hi, this is John Patch, host of Talking Pets. Have you ever experienced unconditional love? Well, do you know what it is? Well, you can find out on Talking Pets every weekend right here on KMAS. I'm here with special guests every week to discuss your concerns and answer your questions about the ones who love you the most, your pets. So sit back or pick up the phone and give us a call at 866-606-8255. That's Talking Pets every weekend right here on 1030 KMAS and FM 104.1.
Arch Mechanical. Our name begins with affordable. Affordable refrigeration, cooling, and heating. Whether residential, commercial, or food service equipment, your satisfaction is of utmost importance. And with over 30 years of experience, Arch Mechanical Service is backed by a 30-day labor guarantee. Serving South and West Puget Sound, there is no need to pay for one of those big city technicians. Call 360-229-2139. Arch Mechanical. Our name begins with affordable.
One NFL star returns, and another may be done for the year. Hello, everyone. Dave Packer reporting on sports. Big night for the New England Patriots Sunday featured the return of tight end Rob Gronkowski and a dominating 27-6 victory. Gronk, who had missed the previous 2 games with a knee injury, made his presence felt.
Brady under center from the 1. Caps the center Stewart. Brady takes the snap. Short drop. A lob. A fake for Gronkowski. Left side. He comes down with it. Touchdown Patriots.
Bob Sochi on the call for WBZ 98.5. Gronkowski had 4 catches for 87 yards and that touchdown Sunday. With the win, the 11-2 Patriots clinched a playoff berth. Johnny Manziel led the Cleveland Browns to a victory in his return to the starting quarterback role. The Jacksonville Jaguars crushed the Indianapolis Colts 51-16. Carolina continued their undefeated season with a 38-0 shutout of the Atlanta Falcons. And the Green Bay Packers beat the Dallas Cowboys 28-7. Another playoff-bound team didn't have quite the same luck. The Cincinnati Bengals may have lost quarterback Andy Dalton for the season. ESPN reports Dalton's fractured thumb could keep him out at least until the playoffs. Second-year QB A.J. McCarron took over for him. Afterward, McCarron vowed to work hard to lead the Bengals in Dalton's absence.
I will work my tail off this week. Finally, being able to get some reps and being able to run the offense all week. And, I will do whatever I need to do to not let them down.
In NBA action Sunday, Miami held off the Memphis Grizzlies 98-97. The Oklahoma City Thunder and Phoenix Suns both won Sunday, while the Philadelphia 76ers lost again in Toronto to fall to 1-24. On the ice, Patrick Kane registered a point for the 26th consecutive game. His Chicago Blackhawks won 4-0. The New York Islanders won by the same score, while the Colorado Avalanche defeated the St. Louis Blues 3-1. Dave Packer, ABC Sports.
For News Radio 1030 KMAS Shelton, FM 103.3, and we are streaming audio and video this morning, KMAS.com. And a good Monday to you, 7:10 here on the 21st day of December. Russell Wilson continues his record pace. 3 more touchdown passes, yes, 2 more to Doug Baldwin, who now sits with Jerry Rice. 10 touchdown passes in 3 games. What? That's amazing. You bet it is. Seahawks clinched a playoff berth for the 4th straight season, 30-13 over the Cleveland Browns yesterday. Russell Wilson, 19 touchdown passes over the last 5 games, no interceptions. That, too, is a record. And he's also, he's just established himself as perhaps one of 2 or 3 quarterbacks right now that are playing just amazing at an amazing level. Seattle now 9-5 on the season. That was their 5th straight win. They've won 7 of their last 8. And thanks to losses this week by Tampa Bay and the New York Giants, wrapped up a postseason berth. Wilson's numbers, 21 of 30 for 249 yards. Baldwin got 2 passes, and Tyler Lockett, real pretty 27-yarder, big strike in the first play of the 4th quarter to put the icing on the win. The first quarterback with 3 or more touchdown passes in 5 straight games. No other quarterback has done that ever.
I mean, so we're at the 50th Super Bowl, so 50 years-ish, but a little before that even. For no quarterback to... I mean, these are just amazing numbers.
Yeah, the NFL has, I think 1931 was the official beginning of NFL or something in that neighborhood. So you got to go back a ways. Johnny Football was in town.
Sure he
looked like a champion the first drive. They went on down, and he threw a 7-yard TD pass to Gary Barnidge, and that was the only touchdown that the Browns. And that was the longest drive that they'd had all season long.
Yeah, everybody at the party was like,
"Oh,
this is going to be a long day."
but just 2 more field goals, and that was all that Cleveland had in the tank. And their defense couldn't stop Russell.
No.
And whatever group of knuckleheads they had running the ball. I mean, they did good. They had over 100 yards rushing. Russell Wilson accounted for 45 yards. And I think they ended up with about 130-some yards rushing all total, and did pretty darn good. For just, Christian Michael made a statement that he doesn't want to give up this game of football yet. He ran hard, and I think you'll see him with the team again next week. Next week for Seattle, by the way, is another home game, their final home game of the regular season, and they are hosting the St. Louis Rams, who have been playing some pretty good football, and they can salvage a 500 season if they win out. So they've got kind of the announcers, and we got the Z gang, Tony Mazzucelli or whatever his name is, sitting around. It looks like a big leftover float from the Thanksgiving Day parade or something.
We were wondering who gave him more speaking time.
Well, he's on the worst crew.
That's true.
That the Fox has got. So, but whatever the case, there he was, and he did go up and shake Pete Carroll's hand after the game.
I saw that. Gotta get in there. Good game, coach.
Yeah, good game, coach. Remember me? I'm Tony.
I know people like that. They gotta get in there. Little. Oh, remember me?
Yeah.
I love it.
Jeez. Anyway, good game for Seattle. Nice win for them, and congratulations on going to the playoffs. They get to go 4th year in a row, Jeff, that the Seahawks have made it to the playoffs. Tonight, you and I, back to the Mini Dome.
Yes.
We know the way.
It's fun.
Girls basketball, the hot eyes on your direction tonight. Live stream just before 7. Video on KMAS.com and on our Facebook page, Facebook/1030KMAS. Check us out for the video cast of High Climber basketball tonight. By the way, looking ahead, we've got another game for you Wednesday night as the boys.
We haven't even mentioned one of the biggest events sporting-wise this week upcoming is Saturday.
Yeah.
We're going to be we're going bowling.
Holiday Bowl. No. Sun Bowl.
Sun Bowl.
Sun Bowl. Cougars. We're going to get revved up about the Cougs. You can bet I'm going to be revved up about them. Gonzaga Bulldog basketball on Wednesday. NFL Monday Night Football tonight. Jets and Saints. We got it all.
Yeah, there's a lot of good
Thursday night, Christmas night. Excuse me. It's Christmas Eve. But lots of football and a little bit, still smidgen of basketball. Weather?
Rainy. Wow, I tell you that much. 39 right now, about 3/4 of an inch of rain today. Could kind of dry out towards the overnight. Tomorrow, 1/4 inch likely. Wednesday, some rain. Thursday as well. Friday. Back dance now comes our way on the 30th. That's Wednesday the 30th, but I wouldn't even imagine that to happen. 39 right now here at KMAS, and some kind of wintry mix happening.
It's Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio. Join the guys as they talk with neighbors, newsmakers, and each other, getting your day off to the absolute best possible start in the history of mornings. Connect with Jeff and Dale through the KMAS listener line, by email or Facebook. Now, from where I-5 takes a sharp left toward Portland, Daybreak with Jeff and Dale.
I don't know how it happens. All right, good morning to you. Daybreak here, KMAS, Monday on the 1-2-2-1.
12-21. 2015.
15, whatever. Good morning to you. It is Daybreak here at KMAS, KMAS.com, and streaming the videos live for you this morning on the YouTube.
8 days of Christmas, kids. We're halfway through. There's only 4 days left. We're giving stuff away like nobody's business. And so if you'd like to get a $10 gift certificate to the LC3 for some delicious food, we've got a gift certificate for you from the LC3. And coming up, a gift certificate for you to 2nd Street Design Studio, and also a gift certificate to Brown's Garage. Yet to give away today. There's the phone caller. If you haven't won on our 8 days of Christmas, 462-1041. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Who are we?
This is Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Bill.
How you doing this holiday season?
I'm not just doing too bad.
Good.
Okay. $10 for you, Bill, to the LC3. They got some delicious food, big steak night. They've got the old log cabin, but it's been reincarnated. Now they're modernizing. They're called the LC3. You good with that?
I am.
All right. Well, I've got one here for you. If all you got to do is swing on by the old. Thanks for calling in this morning.
719 KMAS, KMAS.com. That will continue on. 8 days of Christmas. We'll be here live doing the show until Thursday, Christmas Eve. We're going to take Friday off. Much of the same for next week as well. It's the 21st of December. Tomorrow's the first day of winter, and the days will get longer. Before you know it, you'll be, oh, man, it's light out. Not so much for you folks that get up a little later in the morning, but we definitely notice it here as the days are
So it's kind of weird. So winter starts tomorrow.
Right.
So it's winter. Here comes winter.
Winter.
But the reality is the days start getting longer.
Yeah.
So we should be happy.
So how do we get
last year when summer began, I was depressed because isn't that funny?
It's just kind of,
yeah.
I wish there was something else we could do. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with time changes or anything, right?
No.
It's just Mother Nature.
Yeah. That's what I say.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Time for a break.
It is time for a break. We'll take
break music right there.
7:20 here at KMAS, KMAS.com. Oh, we're going to have some gummies here.
Live taste test of homemade gummy bears on the way.
You're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio.
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Northwest Real Estate Shelton, and Gateway Property Management would like to wish their friends, families, and clients a warm and happy holiday season, and we look forward to serving you in the new year.
At this special time of the year, a special message from your friends at Whitney's Chevrolet. May the miracle of Christmas bring thoughts of joy and peace. Happy holidays and best wishes for the new year from Whitney's Chevrolet.
If you're looking for a new venue to watch your favorite sports, come check out the El Serape Cantina. Take in the classy Day of the Dead ambiance and enjoy your favorite sports on the large projector screen or 4K Ultra HD TVs. Warm up by the fire or shoot some pool on the beautifully crafted pool tables. Join the Cantina for Dollar Taco Tuesdays and bring out your inner rock star on Karaoke Wednesdays. With so much to offer, the Cantina is the place to be. Located on Railroad in downtown Shelton, right next to the El Serape restaurant.
Your small business needs a loyalty rewards program, but email and paper cards are not effective, and using your POS system where you have to do all the work is bad as well. Go mobile. 95% of customers will check your marketing message on their smartphones in the first 5 minutes you send it, and we do all the work for you for under $150 a month. Call Puget Sound Perks today, 253-584-1212, or visit psperks.com. Reward your customers, and they'll reward you back.
Hi, this is Terry Shaw from the Mason County Senior Activity Center. You're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on Newsradio 1030 KMAS. Boy, you're smart listening to this station.
Oh, boy.
All right, so on Friday at the basketball game, I brought in some of my homemade gummies. I think I shared the recipe on Friday, or was that earlier in the week?
Yeah, I think it was Friday. It might have been a little bit earlier in the week. So
basically
for the video viewers out there, there's a...
What color is that? An orange robot?
Orange robot.
So it's basically just some Karo corn syrup, adds a nice little taste, Jell-O, some gelatin packets.
Little hint of gin.
those are not the adult ones. And then you let it cool, and you'll pour it into a mold, and sure enough, you have little, I mean, they're basically just kind of like Jell-O jigglers, but they're a little firmer, and they've got a little better taste. and you're having the orange one, and any Jell-O would work. The green lime.
We were knocking
lemon.
them down there at the gym the other night.
Yeah.
That was fun.
And what's weird is that they're not going to lose their shape.
No. They think these things would last for years, wouldn't they?
They'll last.
What can go wrong with them?
Supposedly they last months. Now, obviously,
you got to not
eat
them every day.
They would not be around for months, especially in my fridge. But so you like them? You think it's a good thing? And so the kids, though, I mean, like for the kids and stuff.
Oh yeah,
great.
It's good. And you apparently had a lot of them.
I made a bunch. I really got the recipe. The recipe I found online didn't have a bunch of the information needed, so I had to slow roll the video, go frame by frame to find out like how many I was adding. I was doubling the amount of Jell-O in the old ones.
Oh.
And they'd be really sticky and whatever. So I had to stop the video and zoom in on the box that the guy was using to see, 3 ounces.
Oh, and you were using a 6
I was using a 6er.
There you go. See, makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
Although it was just maybe more flavorful.
Yeah, it's more flavorful, but it's kind of got a stickiness to it.
All right, the late Frank Zappa. Street 78. Also, this is the wedding anniversary of her and Ted.
It would have been.
Would have been, yeah. Samuel L. Jackson. Kind of was wondering, not 2 months ago, how old is that guy? What's in your wallet, you know?
Yeah, 67.
67 now, yeah.
He wasn't in Star Wars.
No.
Mace Windu, I think, was his Jedi name. He got
was he in one of the
sorted down in the newer ones?
Oh, okay.
Revenge of the Sith, I think. The third, episode 3.
Chris Everett?
Yeah.
Tennis pro, 61. Jane Kazmarek, actress, Malcolm in the Middle.
Uh-huh.
She was the mom, right?
Yeah.
60. Ray Romano. Everybody loves Raymond. 58. Andy Dick.
What has happened to Andy Dick? I haven't heard from him lately.
Well, the first thing that happened was his name.
Yeah, right?
I don't know. He's okay. He's funny. I don't know what's happened to him lately. I haven't seen or heard.
I mean, he hasn't gotten arrested lately.
That's good. It's a good thing. And he's only 50. Kiefer Sutherland is younger than Andy Dick.
No.
Seems like Kiefer Sutherland should be 60, and he's only 49. He looks and acts like he's 60, doesn't he?
So Andy Dick is older than Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
Oh, my mind is blown on that.
That's what my job is every day. Flo Jo. People of my ilk would know who that is. She was a dynamic gold medal track star. Died of a heart ailment at way too young of an age. In 1998, she passed away. It was her birth date today. And also, people of my generation remember Paul Winchell and Jerry Mahoney, his dummy. Mm-hmm. Very popular and ventriloquist extraordinaire, Paul Winchell. Also, if I'm not mistaken, had a important voices. He passed on this date. He was born on this date. He passed in 2005. There, I got it straight. So there's all your birthdays.
Nice. This is a couple of days, but we'll have some great programming for you. ABC has put together a wonderful retrospective. It's kind of as it happened, a 3-hour deal of some of the best stories on 2015 throughout the year, highlighting with their breaking news coverage. So that's going to be on Christmas Day from 6 to 9 here during Daybreak. Otherwise, we'll have regular programming throughout the day there. The next day, the 26th, we continue on with bowl season.
Oh, my word.
Sun Bowl. Great. What a great bowl for the Cougs. Take it on Miami.
Yeah, the Hurricanes.
9 a.m. pregame.
Whoa.
Kickoff is at 11.
All right.
And then I think that gives us enough time to have some football on.
Miami, they're cheaters.
Miami are cheaters?
I'm just saying that. Just trying to stir the pot.
You are stirring the pot. NFL
They're
Saturday
agitators.
night, Redskins, Eagles. What's up with this? Okay, so the Philadelphia Eagles have a guy named Chip Kelly. He's the coach. He used to do U of O, and he has really kind of changed the team, much to the chagrin of everybody, especially people in Philadelphia. Well, he's got this guy, this running back, DeMarco Murray. Is that his name?
Yes.
And he was part of the Cowboys just last year.
Part of the Cowboys. He was a leading rusher in the NFL last year.
And now they don't use him at all for the Eagles. He just sits there, and he would have...
I don't know what the story is there. Something.
So here's my interpretation of this mess. The only reason the Eagles and Chip Kelly signed him, and they got a decent deal, the only reason they signed him is so Dallas doesn't have him. What do you think about that? Signing a player just to keep him off the roster
You'll
of
never
another
get
team.
Chip Kelly to admit that, but they don't use Murray. No. They don't use him. And I don't know what the story is. They had an ideal opportunity late in the game yesterday, and no. It chose not to go with him, and he, frankly, has handled the ball on, like, you could count on both hands the numbers of times he's carried the ball this year.
And he carried the team, that being the Dallas Cowboys, years gone by.
Oh, man, it's amazing. So there's something.
It's a weird one.
Something's going on. Something's going on. And there's been allegations that have been thrown around about Chip Kelly, and there's some players that don't like playing for him. Happens with every coach.
Sure.
But, you know, Philadelphia being Philadelphia, the players and fans are a little more vocal than most. So kind of an interesting turn of events. And I think, Jerry and I were talking about this yesterday, I think Chip Kelly's in the last year of his contract there with the Lurie family. So
already?
Yes, 4 years he's been there already.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens at the conclusion of the season, as they've kind of done a swan dive here the last few weeks, and they have not won. And so, except for the big upset win they had a week ago. But, man.
That's a weird story.
Yeah, it really is. It's a weird team this year. Head scratcher.
7:30.
You're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio.
Local news is brought to you by Fred Holmes Tree Service. FredHolmesTreeService.com, 427-4489.
You're listening to KMAS News Radio. I'm Marilyn Foster. This week, Christmas week, is Recycle Week, and the City of Shelton collectors will pick up on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Bare Christmas trees will be picked up beginning the week of January 4th. City of Shelton utility customers just need to place bare Christmas trees out in their regular pickup area by Monday, January 4th. Jason Dose from the City of Shelton talked with Daybreak about the tree recycling for the county, too.
The county's doing it as well, so for anyone out in the county that isn't on our utility pickup, or if you just can't wait to get rid of that tree after the holidays, the transfer station will be taking bare trees up there on Ells Hill. They'll take them for free, whole month of January.
The city also wants to remind residents that the week of New Year's, December 28th through January 1st, is a trash week. You're asked to have your containers out by 6 a.m. on your regular pickup day and place them at least 3 feet apart from one another. Is it time to look at wage comparisons? There have been multiple requests from Mason County elected officials to the Mason County Commission to conduct a review of the current salaries as compared to salaries of like positions in other like counties, including Lewis, Grays Harbor, Cowlitz, and Clallam counties. The current commission could call for community support to form a citizens advisory board to look at like counties' compensation by job description and compare, analyze, and report the discrepancies. While that hasn't been done yet, the commission is currently in the process of setting policy to correct past issues with individual employee reclassification and pay adjustments. The true meaning of community was recently demonstrated in the form of a check. A $2,000 grant was given by Community Services Chair Debbie McCart to Graduation Matters Representative Stacey Anderson. The money presented came from Oysterfest dollars. Graduation Matters Shelton is a grassroots effort aimed at engaging the entire community on the importance of continuing the improvement of the graduation rates of youth in the Shelton School District. The program is aimed at inspiring, empowering, and preparing youth of diverse backgrounds for graduation and beyond. A Tumwater man was rescued in the woods thanks to man's best friend. The homeless man, who owns a red Australian cattle dog named Buddy, was stuck in the woods and was unable to stand up. Buddy headed out for help and was dropped off at the animal shelter in Olympia. When Buddy's owner didn't show up, staff went looking for him and found the 60-year-old man at a homeless camp needing medical attention. Animal Services is taking care of Buddy until his owner is released from the hospital. Back in 2013, Buddy saved his owner as well. The man sent Buddy out with a note attached to his collar that he needed help. A woman walking her dog found it. I'm Mary Lynn Foster, your local news at AM 1030 and FM 103.3, and always on KMAS.com.
Ascend Roofing Company in Shelton's on top of it. 868-2730. Roofing work that speaks for itself.
Hey, just a little note to say thank you for the outstanding work that you, Dennis, and especially Jorge and the crew performed for us on our roofing project. On a scale of 1 to 10, we rate it at 10.5. It was a fantastic feeling from start to finish. Your company is a first-class operation and will definitely give your name to all of our friends and family if they're in need of your services.
You could be the next happy customer by calling Ascend Roofing. 868-2730.
The Chad Benson Show.
But you can't attack Trump and not expect to get hammered. And where the Republicans are missing this is he is paving the way to victory if they would just listen. He's giving them a rule book on how to play the media and, most importantly, how to handle crisis.
The Chad Benson Show.
Hi, this is Chad Benson. Please check out my show this afternoon from 3 to 6 on KMAS News Radio.
For News Radio 1030 KMAS Shelton, FM 103.3. And we are streaming audio and video this morning on KMAS.com. I'm Dale Hubbard, 734. Russell Wilson continues his record pace, throwing 3 touchdown passes, 2 to Doug Baldwin, and 1 nice 27-yarder to Tyler Lockett. First play of the yesterday at CenturyLink Field. Final home game of the season for Seattle is coming up this next weekend as we host the St. Louis Rams. Seattle did win for the 5th straight time, and they've won 7 of their last 8 games. And thanks to losses by Tampa Bay and the Giants, wrapped up another postseason berth, and all good stuff for Seahawk fans. 21 of 30. Danger Russ, 249 yards and the 3 TDs. Now has 19 touchdowns over the last 5 games with no interceptions.
Wow.
Unbelievable. First quarterback ever with 3 or more TD passes and no picks in 5 straight games. And Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, 7-yard TD pass to Gary Barnage in the first drive of the day. And the Browns never got back into the end zone after that. Just a couple of field goals, and that was that. Thankfully, was that, and that was the end of the Browns' threat. So they did have the lead, though, 7-0 there for a while, and they had visions of sugar plums dancing in their heads, for crying out loud. All right. Tonight on KMAS.com, live video coverage of the Shelton girls, Lady High Climbers, taking on North Mason's Lady Bulldogs. Little cross-county rivalry action for you. Jeff and I will be at the Mini Dome tonight just before 7. You can find the video on KMAS.com and on our Facebook page as well. Now, on the radio side tonight, it's the New York Jets against the New Orleans Saints. We ain't the Saints. 4:45 pregame, 5 o'clock tip kickoff, and that's on the radio side of things. And as we mentioned, the high school basketball online at KMAS.com. And then tomorrow night, quiet, sports-wise. Wednesday night, Gonzaga basketball against Loyola Marymount. WCC action going on. First league game of the year. 5:40 pregame, 6 o'clock tip. And also high school basketball. you and I that game as well on Wednesday night. Thursday, Christmas Eve, Thursday night football, Chargers and Raiders at 5 here on the radio. And then the day after Christmas is the Sun Bowl, Cougs, Miami, 9 a.m. Coverage begins for an 11 a.m. kickoff live from El Paso.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, there's your... Oh, got to mention the 5-5 draw. Tacoma Stars Reserves and Ole Town Artesians. Big, packed, boisterous home opener crowd at the pavilion at the Evergreen State College. And Ole Town now 1-2-1 on the season, but everybody had a good time. 5-5 draw, lots of scoring, lots of shots, lots of action on that indoor soccer stuff.
It is fun to watch, a very small pitch. All right, good morning to you. 39 right now, and some rain off and on throughout the rest of the day, about 3/4 of an inch. Tomorrow, another 1/4 of an inch. We got this kind of wintry mix to continue on for the next several hours as we're hovering just below 40. Yeah. For the rest of the week, it actually starts to dry out Wednesday up until Saturday. And again, right now, 39. Good morning to you.
It's Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio. Join the guys as they talk with neighbors, newsmakers, and each other, getting your day off to the absolute best possible start in the history of mornings. Connect with Jeff and Dale through the KMAS listener line, by email or Facebook. Now from Shelton's Media Row, Daybreak with Jeff and Dale.
All right, good morning to you. It's Daybreak here at KMAS 739, and there was a lot of things happening on TV last night. There was the football game. There was the Miss Universe pageant. Oh, poor Steve Harvey.
I don't think he'll be asked back again.
Early this morning when I heard about this, I saw a picture on the internet of the card. And now I don't know if it was true or not, but it basically was just any kind of 3.5. One said second runner-up Miss USA, first runner-up Miss Columbia.
Yeah.
And that was up in the top right-hand corner. And then if you know, and then all the way in the bottom, or top left, I'm sorry, bottom right-hand corner, it then said Miss Universe is whoever actually won it. But there was a lot of space in between. And I don't know if the card I was looking at was the legitimate card, but well, don't you go over, and we've all done stupid things live in front of audiences. Okay, that's great. But this thing is like, wow.
Yeah, this was a big gaffe. They should not have had they should have had a card for each position.
Yeah.
They may have been under the wire for getting it accomplished before the commercial break was over, whatever the case. So Steve Harvey announced Miss Columbia. And another part of this deal was that last year's 2014 Miss Universe was Miss Columbia. And so she had just come out on the stage in the segment before. Or not the segment before, a couple segments before that. But she came out and said thank you and had a wonderful year, and you're kind of cute, Steve. You look a little nervous. And he says, well, you're beautiful, and I am nervous. And they're all that going on. And so then that was all done. And she went off the stage, and was the end of Columbia until they got to the announcements, and then she was supposed to be announced as the first runner-up. After which, so if they'd had announced Miss USA and then second runner-up, first runner-up Miss Columbia, and then by then you kind of got it figured out. And I'm trying to remember as well, I think Miss Philippines. Miss Philippines got the Miss Universe contest last night. So Steve Harvey, big gaffe. I don't know. I mean, I can make a big deal about it if they want. I
mean, it's live TV.
It is live. That's the exciting part about it. And so we all make mistakes. Hey, here's a guy was homeless and sleeping in his car, trying to get a break in show business for a couple. It does a mean Family Feud, I can tell you that.
He does. He does
perfect for that.
Yeah.
Maybe he should just stay in his wheelhouse. I don't know. But he seemed to be okay pretty much throughout the whole thing until that moment, until that moment in time. We're celebrating the 8 days of Christmas all this week. We're down to our last 4 days of our 8 days of Christmas giveaway, and we're giving it away. We're giving it away. You need your car tuned up. Need your oil changed. Need the belts checked.
Yeah.
$40 gift certificate for you to Brown's Garage.
Oh.
Right now, first caller, it hasn't won on our 8 days of Christmas giveaway at 360-462-1041, gets a $40 gift certificate to Brown's Garage today, right now, at this very moment in time. We also have other giveaways for you throughout the morning, this morning, and all the rest of the week, all the way through Christmas Eve, because it's the 8 days of Christmas giveaway. That's what it is.
Be listening for your chance to call in. I was surprised this morning when I heard the news that Dale went and saw Star Wars over the weekend. Close. Good stuff, you say?
It was a good movie.
Now, like on a scale, do you want to give it a grade or a number or a thumb up or a thumb down? Or
thumbs up. Good movie.
2 thumbs up? That's like 100%.
No, I won't give it a 2 thumbs up.
Well, then it's a 50%.
Yeah. It's a good movie. You will not be disappointed. Is it the best movie I've ever seen in my entire life? I don't think that's the case.
So is it still, what if
I didn't dream about it when I went to bed that night.
Is it still the greatest movie ever if you're friendly to the Empire? No, I don't even want to know that. Don't spoil it.
Want to know that.
Alvin and the Chipmunks, the road chip. We're heading on a road chip. Was number 2 at $14.4 million.
Oh, jeez.
Sisters, 13.4.
Yeah.
Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2, 5.7 mil. Creed still hanging in there in the top 5, 5.1. That movie's supposed to be really good. Good Dinosaur, 4.2. Krampus, the Christmas horror movie of the year, is 3.8. In the Heart of the Sea, 3.5. Diwali at 1.9. And Bajaru Mastani at 1.7. This weekend, I believe, Dale, The Hateful Eight comes out. Is it this weekend or next weekend? Quentin Tarantino's 8th movie.
It looks good. It's got like all these old actors that are just
Kurt Russell's
classics.
Looking sharp in it with some big mustache.
Mean guys.
Laura Dern's father is in it.
Bruce Dern.
Bruce Dern is in it.
Yeah, all the old school.
And it's filmed in 70 millimeter Super Panavision or something.
I don't know what that means. What's that mean?
Darn it! I was hoping you did. That's why I said it. I thought you were going to pick up on that.
Yeah,
go and take a
it means
run.
it's not as good as you'd be used to seeing.
I think it's supposed to be better.
Oh, okay. It's going to be better than what you're used to seeing.
Oh,
I
jeez.
have no idea. I don't know what 70 millimeter even means.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we have ABC News. Lindsey Graham drops out of the race.
What? Oh, no.
Yeah. It's our comic relief during this Christmas. It's the best part about this.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
What's up with him?
He had a baby.
You're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio.
I feel right at home on JohnLScott.com.
Hi, this is Dawn Pinnell from John L. Scott Real Estate here in Shelton. For a while now, I have been saying welcome home and sharing with you some great listings and some hopefully educational and interesting items of riveting radio real estate topics. We're moving our time slot to Friday at 8:55, right at the end of the morning show with Jeff and Dale. I hope you will continue to listen and that you will contact me with any of your real estate needs. I would love to help you say, I'm home.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich, working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom31.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom31.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom, the number 31.com. Go to freedom31.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom31.com.
Hi, this is Terry Allen with a look at the community calendar on KMAS. Nonprofits post your events on KMAS.com. Shelley Barnett, owner of Off the Walls Gallery on Coda Street, will host another of the popular series of colorful conversations at the Shelton Library. Tea and light refreshments, crayons and colored pencils, and fun conversation. It's Thursday, January 21st at 6 p.m. For KMAS News Radio, I'm Terry Allen.
Hi, this is Dwayne Wilson from Bluegrass in the Forest, and you're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale.
Their Bluegrass from the Forest concert coming your way on the day after Christmas, Friday the 26th.
Yep.
Saturday the 26th.
Yep. Yeah. Saturday the 26th.
Saturday the 26th. Saturday night at the Shelton High School Performing Arts Center. Come on out for 3 great hours of super bluegrass. How super? Well, super enough that Dwayne Wilson and Greg will be in studio with us on Thursday, Christmas Eve.
Okay.
And we've talked in the years past about these kids that are in the military institutes, and they're coming back again home for Christmas leave, and they're reuniting, and they got their band, and they're going to perform again. So some great kids, say kids, they're almost old enough. They're old enough to defend their country, so they're not quite kids anymore.
Sure.
And, of course, the oldies, like Dwayne and Greg, they'll be up there, too. So, very cool. All right, I mentioned to you just a moment ago that Dwayne The Rock Johnson just had a baby girl.
Yeah.
But he also just got sued.
Uh-oh. What for?
He and Mark Wahlberg, who are in a new show called Ballers.
Yeah, on HBO. I've seen an episode of
So it's about football.
It's not very good.
And apparently those two and the producers of Ballers are being sued by 2 writers who claim the show is a ripoff of their idea for a similar show called Off Season. They went in and pitched Off Season to those very 2 men. And they go, oh, that'll never make it. Get out of here, you kids. You don't know what you're talking about. So anyway, then, of course, there they are watching HBO, and they go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We talked to them about a show like this, and now they're doing that show.
And basically, the storyline, I get how Off Season could be a apt title for it. It's basically The Rock is the main character, and he was a superstar football player, superstar Super Bowl champion, and now he's done with football. And so what happens after football, life after football? And so Rob Corddry is in it, and he plays The Rock's boss, and he's like a financial advisor, a financial manager. And he's like, I want to get you to work for me in the financial management field just so you can bring along your rich football clientele, your buddies.
Yeah.
And I think that was
the premise.
I don't even know if we made it through a whole episode, but that's what I gathered.
Okay. All right. Well, that would be a premise for a show like that. And that'd be hard to mistake that idea from another idea. If these ladies, it was 2 ladies, as I recall, were the ones that originally wrote this script, this idea.
Well, what do they know about football? Rock, I'm the Rock.
And how old is Tom Arnold, Roseanne's ex?
I don't know. We're buddies. I can call him if you want.
You are? Yeah, that's right. You guys hung together for a while. Well, he and his new wife, Ashley, just had their 2nd child. A daughter named Quinn.
56.
Sophie.
He is 56.
56. All right. Well, there you go.
He's only 6 years older than Andy Dick and 7 years older than Kiefer Sutherland. Those are some mind blowers, actually.
They are.
7:51 here at KMAS, KMAS.com.
Yeah.
Color Purple film turns 30.
That's kind of hard to believe, isn't it?
Jeez. 30 years ago. rarely before seen, that of poor African-American women facing domestic abuse, incest, and racism in the rural South in the early 1900s. Whoopi, Oprah, Danny Glover, making them household names. They were all in it.
Yes.
Alice Walker's 82 book of the same name grossed more than $142 million, 11 Academy Awards. Wow.
Yeah, pretty incredible.
It's now on Broadway. And has some...
I didn't know that.
Some Tonys. Current revival stars Jennifer Hudson from American Idol.
All right.
She, too, is an Academy Award winner from Dreamgirls, that Eddie Murphy movie.
You are correct, sir.
Best Director, Steven Spielberg. Best Picture nominations.
Wow.
So The Color Purple is 30. Huh. A lot of people use Star Wars to peddle all sorts of wares. Saw the president was busted out of his news conference. Hey, got to get to Star Wars. Hillary at the end of her debate, when there was like 2 people left watching. Oh, may the force be with you. Kind of tie it in there. Got to make sure you're hip, you're with it.
Oh, yeah. She's hip and she's with it.
A couple Star Wars fans said I do on opening night down at Grauman's Theater, the Chinese theater there in Hollywood.
Married?
Yeah, married right out front.
Were they in line to go to Star Wars?
It was the theater's idea. They asked if anybody was interested in getting married here on the premiere date. And I'm sure a gazillion folks was like, yeah, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Darth Vader walked the bride down the aisle. How cool is that? Violinists played the theme to the movie, and R2-D2 was the ring bearer. That's pretty awesome, actually. That's
R2-D2 is in the new one.
Is he?
Yeah. He's the tall golden
C-3PO.
C-3POs, and then they got a new one now.
A little ball, BB-8,
Yeah,
right?
oh, God. Yeah,
BB-8. The
BB-8.
kids love that thing.
He is cute as cute can be.
Really?
Oh,
They have. You can get them remote
now,
controls.
my question is, there's some of the people in the Star Wars galaxy understand what he's saying, and some don't.
Right, who speaks robot?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
But so if you were part of the, they're not called stormtroopers; they're called.
Stormtroopers are the bad guys.
Are they dressed in white?
Yeah, dressed in all white.
Yeah. Okay, so stormtroopers can't understand what the little robots are saying.
Well,
but most everybody else in the movie could understand.
But the stormtroopers couldn't.
Yeah.
Well, at least regarding the latest, the Star Wars canon is that they were all clones at one point.
I will say, I'll give you one.
Boba Fett.
I'll give you one little sliver of information about the new Star Wars movie. We learn more about stormtroopers. We pull the veil back a little.
Ah. Okay.
All those guys all those little metal heads, white.
Yeah, there's people behind them.
Yeah.
There's emotions behind them.
They bleed.
They bleed. How are their shots? That was the big controversy, is that the stormtroopers said they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
They still can't hit nothing. It's bad shots.
7:56 here at KMAS.
Okay, like Emperor Palpatine recommended to Luke Skywalker, a university researcher says employees should release their anger at the office. Dr. Dirk Lindbaum, University of Liverpool's management school, wasn't advocating office violence. Instead, he explained that moral anger plays a vital role in keeping the work environment fair. In an article posted in the British Psychological Society, boy.
Page Turner.
Yeah, that's an exciting place to be. Dr. Lindbaum explains moral anger can avoid harm while improving upon or removing an unacceptable situation that violates important moral values. Moral anger attempts to reconcile disparity, repair damaging situations, restore equity, and improve the human condition. Moral anger.
I had never heard of that phrase before.
No, probably won't be the last time you'll hear it, though, now.
Moral anger. So that just means like, hey, man, what you're doing, that's a raw deal. I'm upset.
Yeah.
Is that kind of moral anger?
Well, go to a higher moral ground then. I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know.
7:57 here at KMAS. The Old Farmer's Almanac is coming up. You know, tomorrow is the first day of winter. That makes it the last day of fall here right now.
It does.
And the days will get longer, but it's going to get colder. It's because, you know, winter time. We'll find out more from the Old Farmer coming up next. ABC News just after that.
You're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio.
Winter officially arrives today, and we look at some of the legend and lore surrounding the winter solstice on the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report.
Have you ever thought you'd like to flip houses but didn't know how or where to get the money? Are you ready to be your own boss so you can start living the good life? Hi, I'm Preston Neely. I used to be so broke. I had my electricity turned off 9 times, but I figured out a way to quit my job and find financial freedom in real estate. For a limited time, I want to send you a free copy of my smash hit selling book, How to Get Rich in Real Estate. It shows you how to copy exactly what I did so you can make money from the comfort of your own home without even doing any manual labor. I've already given away 5,000 books and they're going fast. To get one before they're gone, call 1-800-960-3494. Listen, if you're sick and tired of stressing about money, this book could change your life. It's short, fun to read, easy to understand, and awesome. To find out how to get your free book while supplies last, call 1-800-960-3494. Call 1-800-960-3494. 1-800-960-3494.
With more practical tips and useful advice, this is the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report for Monday, December 21st, the 355th day of the year. Comedian Ray Romano has a birthday, and the Mayflower Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock on this day in 1620. The winter solstice occurs just before midnight Eastern time tonight, and while it's rarely celebrated these days, many of the customs we associate with Christmas originated as solstice observances. In old Europe, this day was known as Yule, when a special Yule log was placed on the hearth. The ancient Celts gave us the holly and mistletoe traditions. Their solstice rituals relied on the magical properties of trees and plants, and even the lighting of candles began as a solstice custom. They were meant to encourage the sun as it reached its lowest point along the horizon. That's the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report. Learn more at almanac.com.
Start your mornings live and local with Daybreak on KMAS Shelton. Join Jeff and Dale weekdays from 6 to 9 on AM 1030 or FM 1033.
Here's the latest from ABC News. I'm Karen Chase. South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham is pulling the plug on his presidential run.
Today, I'm suspending my campaign for president. I want to thank everyone who's taken this journey with me. You have honored me with your support. I believe we've run a campaign you can be proud of.
Graham had been struggling to break out in the crowded field and had just 1% support in the latest polls. Chaos and carnage on the Las Vegas Strip. A car plowed into crowds of people on the sidewalk, killing 1 and injuring 36 others, 3 critically. Police arrested and drug tested the driver. They say it was not an act of terrorism. More from ABC's Alex Stone.
The driver, police say, is a woman in her 20s who recently moved to Las Vegas. Her vehicle did not have Nevada license plates. She had a 3-year-old child in her car. Witnesses tried to break the windows to get that child out, but then the woman took off. Police caught up and detained the woman. They say that child is now safe.
Police have made an arrest in the bomb scare that prompted an Air France flight to Paris to divert to Kenya. ABC's Terry Moran tells us it wasn't a real bomb, but it looked eerily authentic.
The investigators want to know not just who built this, but why. A sinister-looking construction with a timer on found out overnight to Paris from Mauritius, a Boeing 777 carrying 473 passengers and crew. One passenger discovered the suspicious object in a restroom cupboard, and the plane diverted for Mombasa.
If you're planning a holiday trip, you'll have lots of company. An estimated 100 million people will go somewhere this holiday, 90% by car. A lot of people went to bed last night thinking Miss Columbia had won the Miss Universe pageant, but they would be wrong. Host Steve Harvey read the wrong card. Miss Philippines was the actual winner. The crown was This ABC News.
Cricket Wireless is here to make your holidays even brighter. Ready, flip the switch! Get a $100 bill credit when you switch to the Merrier carrier before January 7th. Plus, get the Samsung Galaxy Grand Prime for $29.99. Whoa! Santa's definitely gonna know where your house is this year. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Offers N1716. Offers require not reported and activation on qualified plan and same transaction. First month service charge due at sale. Bill credit requires 2 service payments within 40. Excluded fees for offer details.
Finally, there's a lightweight cat litter that doesn't act lightweight. It's Arm & Hammer Clump & Seal Lightweight.
My name is Erin, and I'm a professional pet sitter. I deal with cat litter all day. Clump & Seal Lightweight is amazing on odor. It's super easy to carry, and there's absolutely no dust.
No other litter seals and destroys odor and is 50% lighter than our regular litter and 100% dust-free.
It changed how I feel about a lightweight litter. I would recommend it to my friends and my clients.
Get 7-day odor control and no dust in Arm & Hammer Clump & Seal Lightweight.
If your postal carrier looks tired today, cut him or her some slack. ABC's Ryan Burrow tells us they're doing the heaviest lifting of the season today.
Hundreds of millions of packages will end up on doorsteps, porches, and in mail rooms today. Mark Reynolds with the United States Postal Service in Chicago says the volume of packages this holiday season has already beat expectations. However,
it's not a problem at all. We've been preparing for this all year long. We've invested in our technology and our infrastructure. For the holidays here in Chicago, we've hired more than 1,000 people alone just to handle these extra packages.
The USPS says packages being mailed out today will need to be set priority to reach their destinations by Christmas. Ryan Burrow, ABC News, Chicago.
Jimmy Carter stunned his Sunday school group in Plains, Georgia by announcing the sad news that his 28-year-old grandson had died. The former president told them Jeremy hadn't been feeling well and took a nap but never woke up. The cause of death is unknown, but Jeremy has battled substance abuse in the past. Karen Chase, ABC News.
Local news is brought to you by Fred Holmes Tree Service. FredHolmesTreeService.com, 427-4489.
You're listening to KMAS News Radio. I'm Marilyn Foster. This week, Christmas week, is Recycle Week, and the City of Shelton collectors will pick up on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Bare Christmas trees will be picked up beginning the week of January 4th. City of Shelton utility customers just need to place bare Christmas trees out in their regular pickup area by Monday, January 4th. Jason Dose from the City of Shelton talked with Daybreak about the tree recycling for the county, too.
The county's doing it as well, so for anyone out in the county that isn't on our utility pickup, or if you just can't wait to get rid of that tree after the holidays, the transfer station will be taking bare trees up there on Nails Hill. They'll take them for free the whole month of January.
The city also wants to remind residents that the week of New Year's, December 28th through January 1st, is a trash week. You're asked to have your containers out by 6 a.m. on your regular pickup day and place them at least 3 feet apart from one another. Is it time to look at wage comparisons? There have been multiple requests from Mason County elected officials to the Mason County Commission to conduct a review of the current salaries as compared to salaries of like positions in other like counties, including Lewis, Grays Harbor, Cowlitz, and Clallam counties. The current commission could call for community support to form a citizens advisory board to look at like counties' compensation by job description and compare, analyze, and report the discrepancies. While that hasn't been done yet, the commission is currently in the process of setting policy to correct past issues with individual employee reclassification and pay adjustments. The true meaning of community was recently demonstrated in the form of a check. A $2,000 grant was given by Community Services Chair Debbie McHarg to Graduation Matters Representative Stacey Anderson. The money presented came from Oysterfest dollars. Graduation Matters Shelton is a grassroots effort aimed at engaging the entire community on the importance of continuing the improvement of the graduation rates of youth in the Shelton School District. The program is aimed at inspiring, empowering, and preparing youth of diverse backgrounds for graduation and beyond. A homeless man who owns a red Australian cattle dog named Buddy was stuck in the woods and was unable to stand up. Buddy headed out for help and was dropped off at the animal shelter in Olympia. When Buddy's owner didn't show up, staff went looking for him and found the 60-year-old man at a homeless camp needing medical attention. Animal Services is taking care of Buddy until his owner is released from the hospital. Back in 2013, Buddy saved his owner as well. The man sent Buddy out with a note attached to his collar that he needed help. A woman walking her dog found it. I'm Mary Lynn Foster, your local news at AM 1030 and FM 103.3, and always on KMAS.com.
What's a lever action? What's a pump? What's an automatic? What's a bolt action? How do these things work? What's a magazine? What are all these terms everybody's using? Hi, folks. I'm Tom Gresham, and I invite you to join me as we answer these and other questions on Gun Talk. Gun Talk is the only show out there about gun rights, collecting, personal defense, sport, and recreational shooting. And of course, we never forget about safety on Gun Talk.
Sundays, noon to 3 on KMAS News Radio.
Gillis Auto Center in Shelton. Best deals, best price, best trade, and low payments. And when you think Ford and think selection, think family-owned Gillis Auto Center with over 350 new vehicles available. And right now, Ford rebates up to $4,750 on select vehicles or 0% financing on many new models. There are no second stickers at Gillis. Our pricing's competitive with all the big city dealers. Plus, our Mason County sales tax is lower, and you get more for your trade-in at the City Center of Mount Lock exit and 24/7 at GillisAutoCenter.com.
One NFL star returns, and another may be done for the year. Hello, everyone. Dave Packer reporting on sports. Big night for the New England Patriots Sunday featured the return of tight end Rob Gronkowski and a dominating 27-6 victory. Gronk, who had missed the knee injury, made his presence felt.
Brady under center from the one. Taps the center Stork. Brady takes the snap. Short drop. A lob. A fake for Gronkowski left side. He comes down with it. Touchdown Patriots.
Bob Sochi on the call for WBZ 98.5. Gronkowski had 4 catches for 87 yards and that touchdown Sunday. With the win, the 11-2 Patriots clinched a playoff berth. Johnny Manziel led the Cleveland Browns to a victory in his return to the starting quarterback role. The Jacksonville Jaguars crushed the Indianapolis Colts 51-16. Carolina continued their undefeated season with a 38-0 shutout of the Atlanta Falcons. And the Green Bay Packers beat the Dallas Cowboys 28-7. Another playoff-bound team didn't have quite the same luck. The Cincinnati Bengals may have lost quarterback Andy Dalton for the season. ESPN reports Dalton's fractured thumb could keep him out at least until the playoffs. Second-year QB A.J. McCarron took over for him. Afterward, McCarron vowed to work hard to lead the Bengals in Dalton's absence.
I will work my tail off this week. Finally, being able to get some reps and being able to run the offense all week. And, I will do whatever I need to do to not let them down.
In NBA action Sunday, Miami held off the Memphis Grizzlies 98-97. The Oklahoma City Thunder and Phoenix Suns both won Sunday, while the Philadelphia 76ers lost again in Toronto to fall to 1-24. On the ice, Patrick Kane registered a point for the 26th consecutive game. His Chicago Blackhawks won 4-0. The New York Islanders won by the same score, while the Colorado Avalanche defeated the St. Louis Blues 3-1. Dave Packer, ABC Sports.
For Newsradio 1030 KMAS Shelton, FM 103.3 and KMAS.com. We got video and the audio all rolling here online. And it is
Lions, Saints.
Yes. Tonight, Saints host Detroit on the Monday Night Football game that matches teams playing for pride, meaning that they're...
It's about all that's left.
That's all that's left. And for the future, if they lose, though, they may get the first pick in the draft. They got to think about that. Isn't that part of the equation? And
Are they at that point? What week is it?
Fifth year after they posted 11 wins. New Orleans 5-8 could end up with an 8-8 season if they win and continue to win. Man, I think Peyton, the coach there at New Orleans, has got his head on the chopping block.
You think
too.
so?
Yeah,
they got rid of Rex Ryan's brother earlier in the year. He was a defensive guy.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens tonight on Monday Night Football. You can hear it all here on the radio. 4:45 pregame, 5 o'clock kickoff. Meanwhile, at 7 this evening online at KMAS.com, Jeff and myself over at the Mini Dome tonight for some high school ladies basketball. The Lady Climbers hosting the North Mason Lady Bulldogs. Little cross-county rivalry action going on tonight at the Mini Dome. We're happy to be bringing you that video stream online tonight. So that's going to be exciting, and we hope you'll join us for that. FIFA President Sepp Blatter.
Oh, Sepp.
And his potential successor, Michael Platini. I'll have another. Have each been banned for 8 years.
Not much of a successor.
By soccer's governing body's ethics committee. This is all from a $2 million payment deal that was also a subject of a criminal investigation in Switzerland. Both have vowed to appeal, but nobody's listening to them, so it doesn't matter. So they're like, you don't even count anymore. So just Sepp, take your bladder and move on. Willie Spur, couple of goals.
Man,
and,
this kid is good. You want to see a good soccer player? Come see Willie Spur play at the Ole Town.
Ole Town Artesians. They picked up a point, a 5-5 draw against the Tacoma Star Reserves. Saturday night, Artesians forward Jake Sanford recorded a goal and an assist in front of a loud and boisterous home opener crowd at the pavilion at Evergreen State College. Ole Town moved to 1-2-1 on the season, and the Stars now 2-2-1, and that's in the whistle, the something in soccer league.
Washington Indoor
Soccer League whistle. Artesians now get a break for the holidays, but we'll be right back at it again on Saturday, January 2nd, when they host Sporting Everett FC, and tickets are available by going to Ole Town FC. And again, your public address announcer, ladies and gentlemen, to my left.
Oh, it's so much fun. Man, I had a
the
good
right
time.
side of your screen.
Ole, ole, ole!
Is that what you say instead of goal?
And that's just to get the crowd going. They go, oi, 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 ole, ole, ole!
And they go, oi, oi, oi.
Yeah.
What's oi stand for?
I don't know. That's just what you yell.
Yeah, okay. Is that a soccer thing? It's an Ole Town Artesians.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we used to do that at roller derby too. People would go ole, 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 oi, oi, oi. I think that's kind of the
it's an Olympia
chant.
thing.
It's an Olympia chant.
Okay.
Either way, the crowd loves it. They get in.
Well, oi, oi, oi.
For sure. 8:15, and tickets are very reasonably priced, and it's a lot of fun for the kids too. Cold though. It's cold in the pavilion. All right, South Sound forecast for you, 39. We are looking at some rain and snow mix here throughout the rest of the day. Turned purple here, Dale, with 3/4 of an inch of rain. Snow mix throughout the rest of the day.
Snowish when I got out this morning.
39 right now, but we do have some good amounts of wind, putting us right at the freezing mark. Tomorrow, 1/4 inch of rain. Then we kind of dry out starting Wednesday until Saturday, where the rain will return. 39 right now, some misty, slushiness
It's
happening.
Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio. Join the guys as they talk with neighbors, newsmakers, and each other, getting your day off to the absolute best possible start in the history of mornings. Connect with Jeff and Dale through the KMAS listener line, by email or Facebook. Now from some of the Olympic Peninsula, Daybreak with Jeff and Dale.
All right, good morning to you. It's Daybreak here at KMAS, KMAS.com. And
8 days of Christmas giveaway, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
I have $20 off on your next visit to the 2nd Street Design Studio.
What?
On your first visit to the 2nd Street Design Studio. So give us a call this morning at 360-462-1041. New customers only to 2nd Street Design Studio. $20 gift certificate to give away this morning. So come on, give us a call right now at 462-1041. Get $20 on hair care stuff, or for your next do. And you might want to get a new do for the holidays. Or you may have a New Year's event planned, and you want to get a do.
Listen, you don't want to start the year looking like a schlub.
Boys or girls, too, by the way. They're an equal opportunity hair.
Stephanie's really getting on me. She's like, Jeff, I think you can afford to get your hair cut. I go, I don't know. It's kind of expensive. She says, when was the last time you went somewhere? Well, that's probably about 3 years.
Get your dog's hairs out of your clippers.
That's right. We do share. It's just a more powerful motor.
Well,
and it gets the mats out of my hair too.
Well, it does. There was a curls be gone, some kind of a magic brush for long-haired dog. And the dog yelped because they were shown before,
Right.
Riley's going nuts. He barking at the TV, runs out the doggy door, comes back in for the end of the commercial when it yelps. So don't do this. And off he goes again, barking, trying to find out who's getting hurt.
I thought he was running to the car to go to Walmart to get one.
Maybe that's what he was saying. I misunderstood.
Let's go.
What are you waiting for?
I got these curls.
He doesn't have
need detangling.
Doesn't get tangled up. His hair's too short. He loses plenty of it. But all right. So 2nd Street Design Studio, new customers only. Okay. $20 gift certificate to give away right now at 462-104. Get in on during the 8 days of Christmas giveaway.
Hi, KMAS. Who are we talking to?
Daybreak.
Deanna.
Hi, Deanna.
Hey.
How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Good. You sound a little sleepy.
No, she sounds
cold.
She sounds a little
Head
incognito.
Yeah, a little bit of head cold going on.
Oh, a head cold.
Yeah.
That was because you're at work. You're trying to keep quiet.
All right. So you got big New Year's plans or?
Christmas is first.
Yeah, we're going to go to the ocean.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man. Cool. I love going to the ocean.
I know.
Okay. So listen, here you go. You just got to swing on by 2nd Street Design. Give me and my staff time to get a hold of them and let them open. But anytime between now and the next couple of weeks, you can stop by 2nd Street Design. They'll have your name there, and you can get $20 off on your next due.
Perfect. Well, I get back from the ocean on the 2nd. Would it be okay if I go in after that?
Yes, you can do that.
That'd be great, too.
Please. You've been to the ocean.
I have. I know what happens. I
was about getting snarled here.
Yeah.
Hold on the line for us, okay?
All right, Deanna. Thank you.
Deanna.
Thanks for calling this morning. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Very good. Our 8 days of Christmas giveaway just continues. If you'd like to give us another call here in just a little while, we've got a $10 gift certificate for the delicious food served up at the LC3. New owners. It's a whole new world up there at the LC3. They even got big outdoor heaters in the outdoor beer garden.
Yeah.
So even if it's December and the first day of winter, you can hang out there and smoke your butts.
Sure.
Let's be real about it.
Yeah, they're out there.
But they got the big heaters out there and kind of help protect you from the elements. So it's pretty cool.
There's some places that really flourished after they shut down the no smoking inside. I remember because it was when I was still doing karaoke stuff. So like the leading up to that, it was just busier and busier and busier in the bar. And then the night before the switch, I mean, you couldn't even walk in the place. It was just so smoky because everybody's, I got to get my last little bit dregs in here before
I'm
tomorrow.
quitting after tomorrow.
After tomorrow, I'm quitting.
I'm not going to smoke anymore now.
And then the
gotta
next
go
day,
outside to smoke.
The next day, it was so clear and so smelled so nice. I mean, so different.
You didn't even know what that place smelled like.
You never did.
All those years.
I thought it was just smoke, and just turned out it was stale beer the whole time. But I digress often. The people, the business and bar owners that saw this and saw that this was not a flash in the pan and was going to happen, and they needed to accommodate the smokers. There are a couple bars in this area that really jumped on it. They built beautiful outdoor sections with heaters and TVs and games and seating. It's like a second bar.
Yeah. So they took advantage of an opportunity.
They saw it. They did it. All right, we got to take a break here, Dale. It's 8:21.
Oh man.
When we come back, we'll have
Brian LaFlame, by the way, missing in action.
Yeah, family's ill, so we'll talk with him next week. We'll take a break, come back, see what else is in our big gift bag for the rest of the week. And
wine tasting tickets are going to be given away.
Whoa.
You're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio.
The folks at Seattle Seafood believe the holiday season is the perfect time to send warm wishes for the best that life has to offer and to say thanks for your friendship and goodwill. The holiday's best from Seattle Seafood.
Greetings of the season from the folks at Lucky Eagle Casino. They wish you the joys of Christmas and prosperity throughout the new year. Again, best wishes from Lucky Eagle Casino.
Taylor Shellfish is a proud sponsor of the Environmentally Sound program. For 5 generations, the Taylor family's been stewards of a healthy and prosperous Puget Sound. In partnership with nature, Taylor Shellfish brings you the freshest, most sustainable shellfish you'll ever eat. Visit their store at 136 Southeast Lynch Road. Open daily from 10 to 6. And they're online at TaylorShellfishFarms.com.
Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics leads the way with patient-centered care, improving the quality of care and focusing on the cost of health care while coordinating care, maximizing new technologies, and more efficient use of resources. Mason General's is transforming healthcare delivery. Coordinated care follows the patient's ongoing treatment, linking all their providers via the electronic medical record. With the patient at the center of the comprehensive and individualized health plan, the patient-provider partnership enables preventative, well-managed health care and better outcomes. Patient first at Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics.
Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics. Equal opportunity provider, translation services provided.
Mason General and Family of Clinics.
Start your mornings live and local with Daybreak on KMAS Shelton. Join Jeff and Dale weekdays from 6 to 9 on AM 1030 or FM 1033.
Hi, this is Jackie McAlevey from Splash, and you're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio.
Well, we'll check the morning stock numbers in a few moments here on Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS. Had a good weekend. Let's see, 23.
How do stocks do this time of year? I don't ever remember. I don't know. Do people pay attention to buying and selling? It's the end of the year.
Well,
Christmas.
I mean, so I'm assuming that this week could be a little light, but next week, people will want to make sure they have everything all tied up in case there's any, end of year tax implications or any kind of rolling over of things.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but if you have a year, year end, there's always a lot of people that are going, oh, well, we need to make sure, if you have like a health savings account, right? Let's use that as an example.
Okay.
Oh, I got a couple $100 left on this, so I go get my eyes checked real fast, or go get my ears cleaned out, fixed up, so see how that sounds, So I have this money left over, and I assume that's kind of how Wall Street would do. You have some certain funds that are sitting here, and if they sit here past the first of the year, you're going to get taxed. So,
yeah.
I mean, and then the Fed just had their announcement last week. That was big news.
It was. So interest rates are popping up a little bit. Banks doing backflips about lending money, but no interest increases in your savings accounts, by the way, or certificates of deposit.
Oh, man. People are smart.
I got another question for you. So gas prices hit a 10-year low this morning.
Nowhere I go.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How come we're not seeing this at the pumps? And they said the national average now is $2.40 a gallon. And we're like at,
$2.19?
Yeah.
Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
Looks like the lowest price in Washington is $1.96. I'll try to find out where that is. This is not the right website I'm looking.
Anyway, so they said that the wholesale gas price, the barrels of oil, it's 10-year low. 10 years. This has not been this low, and it's not being reflected. And I guess they've been laying off workers at the big oil refineries and all this, and where they're in Canada, where they've got the big oil fields and all that, all getting laid off because the prices are so low. Now they can't make their $1 billion a day that they normally make.
Well, now they really may need those subsidies. Or not.
Yeah, no, or not. What's the red and orange? Is that
red is still very high. Averages,
prices, West Coast
over $2.55, $2.55.
Look, it's all geographically
and
set
then
up.
in the South, the low below $1.47. Boy, wouldn't that be a welcome
Christmas
I guess
present.
if you're shooting for low gas prices, you want to get close to Mexico, and like say East Texas is your and down in there, Louisiana.
Yeah. So the average price of gas in a gallon for gas down in Calhoun County in Texas is $1.58 a gallon.
That's not bad.
But
I'd love paying.
You'd have to live in Calhoun County, Texas, right next to Corpus Christi, right there where they had. So they didn't get hit as bad during Katrina, but it was all part of that general area. I think Rita came in the Galveston, Corpus Christi area, and that right now is where it's at the lowest.
But
you're right. I don't know. They keep saying it's so low, but
it's not showing up,
and it does have nothing to do with those transportation taxes that we added on.
No.
So don't start trying to blame people for that. Not you, but people do.
Well, as The Force Awakens, a lot of people are wondering the whereabouts of Luke Skywalker. You wonder about that going in. You wonder about it going out. Had the Resistance not existed a long time ago, you only need to consult the white pages, Jeff, whitepages.com.
You have to explain what the white pages are to the younger listeners.
7 other people with the same name. Company bills itself as the leading contact information database in the country. Scanned its logs, found quite a few people walking around the U.S. with names matching those from the intergalactic saga. Most of the hits were for first names. Most of those, it can be guessed, were clearly people spawned by Star Wars fans. That would explain 28 people named Anakin, 170 people named Darth.
Hey, Darth.
Mostly in Washington State, the website clarifies.
Well, whatever.
375 people named Lando in Florida, 74 people in California named Boba?
Like Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I guess Boba Fett. He's the Mandalorian bounty hunter. See, I know that because it's right here in front of me. Here are some of the websites' first and full names. So Lucas and Skywalker, 101,000 plus. Han. In California, Daisy Ridley's character, The Force Awakens, 11,000, mostly in California. Leia, most in Washington State, almost 4,000. Darth, 170, most of them in Washington State.
So we have 2 of those. That's interesting.
Yeah. Anakin, popularity peaked in 2005. Episode 3 was the Revenge of the Sith.
Right? That's where he turned.
Yeah. Kylo, 42 people. Adam Driver's Evil Episode 7 Force user. Texas, most of those. Poe and Lando, Mace, Qui. That was Liam Neeson's Jedi Master. Yeah. And Jabba. That's in Jabba the Hutt.
Come on, nobody's named
18
Jabba.
18 in this country. Delaware, Illinois have 4 each.
Jabba.
One of my cousins is named Jabba.
Oh my God.
You're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio.
I'm attorney Harold Carr. During the past 25 years, more than 8,000 people have trusted me to handle their personal injury cases. I understand how an injury can disrupt your life and cause financial hardship for you and your family. At the law firm of Harold Carr, we have 5 attorneys and 19 staff members experienced with negotiating and litigating with insurance companies. So if you feel the insurance company is not dealing with you fairly, call me, Harold Carr. Let us deal with the insurance company so you won't have to.
Car accident? Call Carr or visit us online at haroldcarrattorney.com.
Yeah, astute listener indeed. Karen Shade on the line from Edward Jones. Good morning.
Broadcast partner.
How you doing, Karen?
Uh-oh.
What happened here? Oh, there we go.
Now we can talk.
Can you talk to you?
Yeah, I got the wrong.
Now we got you.
Now you have me? Oh, that's good.
All right. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
We're good. How are you?
Doing fine.
This is the last day of autumn.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, I know. It's crazy that this year's already.
Oof. So winter starts tomorrow, and then it's Christmas before you know it.
I know. Are you ready?
I think I'm about as ready as I can get.
No, I'm gonna make a horse on a stick. You know, hobby horse.
Yeah.
I gotta do that.
Who does those?
That would be fun.
I make them.
So then, what age group are those designed for?
This one is for a 3.5-year-old.
Okay, all right.
And she likes tigers, so he's going to be a tiger horse.
A tiger on a stick.
Yeah.
What do you use there for the head? Is it?
I use a sock. And I stuff it.
Yeah.
And then I glue the eyes and the nose, and I make a rein, and I make the mane.
Wow.
And I make a mouth and ears, and yeah. And I kind of either, if it's a boy or girl, either glitz it up or not. So yeah. It's fun.
Nothing anatomically.
No. Gosh almighty.
What is that?
Really? That is too early on
These are
Monday
kids'
morning.
presents.
I'm sorry.
These are kids'
You
presents.
just do the head. Just do the head.
I got you.
Okay, then they ride around on it.
I've never even thought about it. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Very good.
What's up with Wall Street?
Well, U.S. stocks are gaining, with U.S. stock markets operating a shortened session on Thursday and closing on Friday for Christmas. In international news, China's government stated monetary policy forceful to the largest economy. The statement helped relieve the concern that global expansion is vulnerable with the Fed's rate increase and the decline in crude oil prices. U.S. bond prices are trading higher. So far this morning, the S&P 500, the best performing sector is financials, while the worst performing sector is energy. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 82 points at 17,211. The Standard & Poor's 500 Index is up 14 points at 2,019. And the NASDAQ Composite Index is up 33 points at 4,956. This morning, volume on the New York Stock Exchange is moderate, with 223 million shares being traded, and advancers are outnumbering decliners by roughly 5-2 margin. In the commodity markets, the spot price of gold is up $12.82 to $1,078.96. The spot price of silver is up 19 cents to $14.29. And crude oil prices are down 52 cents to $34.21. In the bond markets, the 30-year Treasury yield is currently 2.91%, and the 10-year Treasury yield is currently 2.20%. Stocks of local interest: Amazon is down $1.93, Costco is up 7 cents, Boeing is up 46 cents, Starbucks is up 42 cents, and Microsoft. This is Karen Shade of Edward Jones, member SIPC, serving individual investors with personalized attention and long-term financial advice. I'm located at 1051 Southeast State Route 3 in Shelton. And if you'd like additional information, you can contact me at 426-4590. And daily commentary is also located on our website at edwardjones.com. Have a good Monday, everyone.
You're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio.
You're listening to KMAS News Radio. I'm Marilyn Foster. This week, Christmas week, is Recycle Week, and the City of Shelton collectors will pick up on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Bare Christmas trees will be picked up beginning the week of January 4th. City of Shelton utility customers just need to place bare Christmas trees out in their regular pickup goes.
The county's doing it as well, so for anyone out in the county that isn't on our utility pickup, or if you just can't wait to get rid of that tree after the holidays, the transfer station will be taking bare trees up there on Nels Hill. They'll take them for free the whole month of January.
The city also wants to remind residents that the week of New Year's, December 28th through January 1st, is a trash week. You're asked to have your containers out by 6 a.m. on your regular pickup day and place them at least 3 feet apart from one another. Is it time to look at wage comparisons? There have been multiple requests from Mason County elected officials to the Mason County to conduct positions in other like counties, including Lewis, Grays Harbor, Cowlitz, and Clallam counties. The current commission could call for community support to form a citizens advisory board to look at like counties' compensation by job description and compare, analyze, and report the discrepancies. While that hasn't been done yet, the commission is currently in the process of setting policy to correct past issues with individual employee reclassification and pay adjustments. The true meaning of community was recently demonstrated in the form of a check. A $2,000 grant was given by Community Services Chair Debbie McHarg to Graduation Matters Representative Stacey Anderson. The money presented came from Oyster Fest dollars. Graduation Matters Shelton is a grassroots effort aimed at engaging the entire community on the importance of continuing the improvement of the graduation rates of youth in the Shelton School District. The program is aimed at inspiring, empowering, and preparing youth of diverse backgrounds for graduation and beyond. A Tumwater man was rescued in the woods thanks to man's best friend. The homeless man, who owns a red Australian cattle dog named Buddy, was stuck in the woods and was unable to stand up. Buddy headed out for help and was dropped off at the animal shelter in Olympia. When Buddy's owner didn't show up, staff went looking for him and found the 60-year-old man at a homeless camp needing medical attention. Animal Services is taking care of Buddy until his owner is released from the hospital. Back in 2013, Buddy saved his owner as well. The man sent Buddy out with a note attached to his collar that he needed help. A woman walking her dog found it. I'm Mary Lynn Foster, your local news at AM 1030 and FM 103.3, and always on KMAS.com.
The It'll be an exciting ride.
Throws it to the end zone, intercepted by Washington State.
It's the 2015 Sun Bowl. Washington State, Miami.
Has time, throws it, center of the end zone, Craycraft, caught, touchdown.
Listen, this Saturday, kickoff is at 11. Our coverage begins at 9.
It makes your heart pound, doesn't it?
On the Washington State IMG Sports Network.
Cool Chains.
Cougs and Canes, indeed.
Yeah.
Got him for you on the 26th, which is a Saturday.
Mm-hmm. This Saturday.
What did you say? 8, 9? 9 o'clock pregame, 11 o'clock kickoff for the Sun Bowl this year. Very exciting times for those in the Palouse. A lot of people leaving today to head down to El Paso, Texas, just south of New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I know that highway where you take a hard right at Albuquerque, head directly south, and you run right into El Paso. I simplify.
No,
it's pretty close to the truth.
I bet.
And that was after I sailed off of Route 66 when I was skirting the southern part of the Grand Canyon.
That would be a nice place to go explore.
Oh, yeah.
How long do you need? A week? Is that enough for 2 weeks?
Yeah, a week would be plenty. 5 days would probably do the trick. Not counting time to get there and back.
Right.
Just wandering around aimlessly, much like the morning show. All right, sports notes for you. You may or may not be aware the Seattle Seahawks with another nice, nifty win, 5 in a row. Who's hotter? Well, Carolina. They've got 14 in a row. Kansas City, 7 in a row. Kansas City may end up taking the AFC West. Denver lost again this weekend. And have 4 losses now in the year. And so Kansas City plays them, I think, the last game of the season. It's either next week or the week after, but Kansas City has legitimate chance of bumping Denver off.
That's amazing.
For the AFC. Well, yeah, because everybody thought for sure Denver was a lock. Of course, that was back when Peyton was healthy, and he hasn't been. Or has he been in any games? 4 or 5 games in a row now he's missed with that sore muscle in your foot. That deal.
Yeah. Plantar
fasciitis. Something. Fuchsia.
Plantar fuchsia.
It's tough. It's not easy. And that's his throwing foot.
Yeah.
He throws off of that foot. All right. What else? Oh, so back to the Seahawks now. Great game for them. I wouldn't call it a great game, but a good game for them. And Russell Wilson continues his record pace with their 5th straight win. 30-13 was the final. By the way, clinched a playoff spot again for the 4th straight year. And it looks as though we're going to maybe play the Washington Redskins in Washington again, like we did 4 years ago. Our first blush with playoffs in the Pete Carroll era.
Yeah.
We had the upset win over Washington. Or did we lose to Washington? I can't remember now. No, we won against Washington. It was the year before we were 7-9 and we beat New Orleans. Or that was the year we were 7-9 and we beat Washington. We beat New Orleans. Scared everybody.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the 49ers clamped down. Sorry, this is as far as you're going this time. Those were the days. But now it's a new day, new dawn era. New era dawning. Whew, man. Okay, tonight, I need a nap before I get to tonight. Sounds like.
Me too.
We have, for you sports fans, first of all, we do have football on the radio at 4:45 this afternoon, Detroit at New Orleans. And then at 7 tonight, excuse me, it's going to be online.
Oh, fun.
So we will look for you there at the Mini Dome, and that is sports this time around. Jeff? Snowing in Dayton, that's the note I just got.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Snowing in Dayton, reports are in, and we are likely to see this wintry mix continue for the next several hours as we're at about 37 degrees and 3/4 of an inch likely throughout the day. And yeah, perhaps in your neck of the woods, we may be seeing
some snow in Cushman.
A little, I bet there is some snow in Cushman for sure. Tomorrow, some more rain, and then starting Wednesday through Christmas Day, Friday, things actually look pretty good around here. 8:43, it's 38.
It's Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio. Join the guys as they talk with neighbors, newsmakers, and each other, getting your day off to the absolute best possible start in the history of mornings. Connect with Jeff and Dale through the KMAS listener line, by email or Facebook. Now, from the capital of the great state of Washington, Daybreak with Jeff and Dale.
It's 8:43 here at KMAS on a Monday morning, and we welcome into the studio from the Mason County Economic Development Council, Lynn Longan. Hi, Lynn.
Hi. Good morning.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
Good morning to you.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Tomorrow's the first day of winter.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Shortest day of the year. And then the days start getting longer.
Yeah.
That's the good news.
Not much daylight happening these days.
Is it snowing up where you came from?
No, I came from the Arcadia roadway.
Okay.
Not snowing.
Okay.
Snowing in Dayton.
That's what I just heard.
And there is potential for snow. We're kind of in a wintry mix for the next couple hours here this morning.
Just a heads up for you.
Okay.
So in case you want to leave early.
Yeah, I heard it's snowing in Dayton. I got to
get out of here.
Get somewhere.
Oh, look at the time.
Anyways.
What do you got planned this week? What's going on? Anything?
It's a short week. But it's a busy week. So Friday before I left, I got 2 requests for proposal for businesses.
Nice.
Can't talk about them yet, really early, but
come on, just
know
you and
that
me
there's
talking
some
here.
stuff happening.
Good.
Yeah, just you and me. There is some stuff happening, so we got some movement going on.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That is exciting.
So it's going to be busy in that way. But it is a short week, so.
Next week is just the same.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had our board retreat last week. We started working on our 2016 work plan.
Where do you guys go for your retreat?
We went to the Alderbrook Golf Course this year.
Okay.
Yeah. It just varies.
We've had a retreat there ourselves.
Have you?
Yeah, same place. Yeah.
They have a back room there, so we had the back room, and they fed us, and it was, it was good location, and
great.
Was that all your board of directors and everybody's there?
yes, my board of directors,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We have 20 board of directors. 20 directors on my board.
Yes.
Not 20 boards.
Wow, that'd be crazy. That'd be insane.
20 is a large board.
Yeah.
When I first came on, and I thought 20, oh no. But it's actually a really good working board. We have a really good mix. So we have city, county officials. We have hospital, PUD, both PUDs, the tribe. I know I'm missing a bunch of them. The 2 ports.
Yeah.
Or not the 2 ports.
2 of the ports.
Right.
Seafood industry.
We do. We have shellfish on there. We have Seattle shellfish and Taylor shellfish are both on there. We have Green Diamond. We had Simpson up until, for another week.
Oh, sure.
There you go.
Officially in January,
Yeah,
Green Diamond. Olympic panel products. We have representation from
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So we have a good board.
You do, and well balanced, and lots of different segments
It is.
being represented.
Right. So they all bring a different aspect to it. And we have committees set up. We have a business development committee this year where we're taking the business recruitment, the business retention expansion, and the entrepreneurship committees, and we're putting them into one. And lots of board members have said they want to be part of that. So I'm really looking forward to that because they're just committed. They're committing more of their time and more of their
which is key.
energy to doing these things. So
yeah. Well, and I think it'll pay dividends. Absolutely. The more intense efforts in developing and nurturing that whole process, and with the economy slowly but surely going the right direction.
And we've really been looking at that. We've been going, okay, with the announcement of Simpson last year, or this year, I'm sorry, I'm already in the new year, with this year, and then in just the next half year, in the next 6 months, we're going to have Olympic panel products. We're really looking at that and saying, hey, we need to replace those jobs. We need to be, let's face it, we're not going to get a factory to come in tomorrow to replace all those jobs. But we can be working towards doing that. We can be building that foundation in a more concerted effort than ever before. And we know that, and that's what we're going to concentrate on.
Yeah, good.
I think so.
Now you have also the outreach plan for next year for 2016. Where you're going to be going to different communities again. This is kind of a follow-up.
Right. Yep. So the roundtables, the industry roundtables, and the strategies, definitely, we're working on that right now. We're going to have the first one in January. I don't have the date yet.
Okay.
Hey, you'll be the first to know.
I hope so. Well, this sounds like you got plenty to do for the next couple of weeks.
I think so.
And
I let Jennifer go on vacation this week.
Oh, that was nice. Is she leaving on vacation today?
No, she left Friday.
Okay.
Well, she worked Thursday. She didn't work Friday. She's going to kill me. And just in case she's listening, I'll tell you, she's moving. So she's like, it's not really a vacation.
No, it's not a working vacation. Yeah, those are no fun.
Those aren't any fun.
But she's out of the office.
Well, that should be good enough. A good enough rest then.
Your office people tell us that they don't want to be nowhere else. So when they're out of the office, it kills them.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. I get half your raise next time.
ChooseMason.com is the EDC's website where you can get a lot more information about things that are going on, including some detailed information on the demographics around here, so you can get a real good understanding of who the people are in Mason County, what we have to offer, and things like that. That's at ChooseMason.com.
Yes?
Yes.
We'll see you next Monday.
See you next Monday.
Final show of the year.
Final show of the year. Woohoo.
Yeah. And then we'll go get them in 2016.
That's right.
It'll be a better year.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely it will.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Does it?
Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty good year.
Okay.
Could always be maybe a smidge better.
Just a touch better.
Sure. 8:50 here at
Lynn
KMAS.
Longan, thank you.
Lynn.
Our Executive Director of the Mason County Economic Development Economic Development Commission. Council.
Either way.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
See you next week.
You're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich, working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom31.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom31.com right now and change your life to as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom31.com.
iFiber Communications, the fastest internet provider in Washington State, has just opened their doors here in Mason County and got their first local customers signed up. James, tell me about your experience.
From the first time I learned of iFiber to the day I got hooked up, even now, I felt that my fiber connection and the service given to me have been the #1 most important job to every member of the iFiber team. And not just because I was first in line with my nose pressed up to the glass waiting for a company to take my money.
What differences have you noticed?
I get what I pay for. With non-fiber solutions, you're paying up to the top and never get a constant number anywhere near that top. With fiber, you certainly do. With iFiber, you get it at a competitive and affordable price.
Why should others sign up for iFiber Internet?
Well, iFiber has made a commitment to Mason County. They're working hard to bring fast speeds to everyone at an affordable price. And now with phones and television, your bill will be all in one place with no hidden fees or sudden price changes to surprise you month to month like other all-in-one service providers.
Get signed up for iFiber Communications today by calling 360-427-4000 or visit iFiber.tv for more information.
Hi, this is Mike Patty, Assistant Chief with Central Mason Fire and EMS, and you're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS.
All right, good morning to you. We're hearing reports of snow around the area, including the Dayton area.
Yeah, baby.
So it's 37 right
Reminds me
now.
of Christmas, Jeff. Oh, it's the 8 days of Christmas giveaway.
Yes, sir. You got
time for one more call.
We have just enough time.
462-1041. 360-462-1041. Give a call.
Yeah.
And I will lay on you. What have I not done yet this morning? Well, we can do it. We've got a lot of these LC3 gift certificates, $10 for their food, and they serve it up. They're good. New owners at the log cabin, and they do an outstanding job in that kitchen. I'm telling you what, yeah, $10 will get you really a long ways. They got a really well-priced menu there. So a $10 gift certificate to the LC3. Just give a call if you haven't won on our Christmas giveaway this week, and we're going to be giving stuff away now through Thursday morning.
Yeah.
So 462-1041 for a little something there. The stocking stuffer, huh? Yeah. $10 gift certificate. Ow. And were you shooting at the camera?
I was trying to.
Okay. You came close, I think.
I think so.
It's kind of like a Star Wars thing.
Is it?
It was bad.
Was it? Or was it?
Or was it? No, I
Got
wasn't.
some gummies if you...
I'm not going to do that. Blue, that's tasty too.
Yeah, blueberry. Blue raspberry flavor.
Okay. All right. Very good. So we've got that going. 462-1041 if you want a gift certificate. This morning, we've got more to give away tomorrow morning. So join us for Daybreak tomorrow, 6 to 9. Jeff and I will be at the Mini Dome tonight.
Yes. I'm having a lot of fun with these basketball games.
Ladies on the court this evening as the North Mason and Shelton teams will go at it in the Mini Dome on KMAS.com, video stream for you. Meanwhile, the boys will be playing up at North Mason tonight at the same time. So it is a cross-county rivalry on both ends of the county going off tonight.
Going to be a lot of fun. Looking ahead to the rest of the week, guests Thursday, we've got Dwayne Wilson and Greg Linder coming in talking about a big bluegrass concert on the 26th, Saturday night.
Yes.
You're not going to want to miss this. Dave Meiser at the Shelton High School, the Performing Arts Center, he's got that place. It is souped up and looking sharp. He's got like top of the line, everything, making it sound the best possible. Very cool stuff.
Oh, man.
So those are just some of the guests. Protocol Wednesday coming up, and you never know who's going to drop in here as the holidays get close. People want to stop and well wish to the listeners of KMAS, and we love to have them come on in if they would like. 8:56 here, KMAS. Tom Hartman coming up next. After that, Dave Ramsey, Chad Benson until 4:45, and then we'll get into Monday Night Football tonight as it's the Lions and the Saints.
Yes. Yeah, Detroit Lions started out like a house of fire, faded. New Orleans never got a rhythm going all year long, and no real particular injuries to indicate that they would have experienced this kind of a season.
You know what the big problem?
What?
Jimmy Graham.
He's missing. He's gone from that team.
Is that really it?
Well, that's the only thing they can hang their hat on. Their defense was intact. Their offense, except for Jimmy Graham, was intact.
And they got a great center.
They got one of the best in the league to protect Drew Brees. And I don't know. It's a funny thing, and that's why Sean Payton's in trouble in New Orleans as coach, because they really had the tools this year to make some noise, and it didn't happen.
I was watching Gold Rush Friday night. Anyways, they were talking about water pumps. And they says the biggest water pumps are in New Orleans now with the levees, to get the levees.
Yeah.
And it can fill up, these water pumps can fill up the Superdome in 90 minutes.
Whoa.
Yeah. Like some 100 and some odd thousand gallons per minute or something, this and that, the other thing.
Man.
Fill the whole Superdome in 90 minutes. Wow. It's all the rebuilding that was done after Katrina.
It's done a lot since Katrina.
8:57. That puts the wraps on Daybreak for a Monday. We'll be back tomorrow. The Old Farmer Now, ABC News. Tom Hartman. Join us tonight on KMAS.com.
Please.
It's going to be a lot of fun as this cross-county rivalry, North Mason and Shelton, we'll have the Shelton girls on KMAS.com just around 7 o'clock.
See you then.
You're listening to Daybreak with Jeff and Dale on KMAS News Radio. Winter officially arrives today, and we look at some of the legend and lore surrounding the winter solstice on the